welcome to our broadcast here from Capital Credit Union Park in Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin for Game 1 of this Great Lakes West Subdivision Playoff Series between the Wausau Woodchucks and the Green Bay Rockers. Hi everyone, I'm Joey Bonadonna alongside my broadcast partner Matt Clark. And Matt, a phenomenal regular season series between these two. 7-5 in favor of Green Bay. If that's any indication, it's going to be another great series between these two in the postseason.
Yeah, not only was it a tight season series, but every single game felt like it was close, and I think we're going to see that as well in the playoffs as these two teams meet in the postseason for the first time ever. And
the manner that both of these teams made it into the postseason, phenomenal runs to clinch the first and second half titles, respectively, starting with Green Bay, a 9-game win streak to end the first half. Just a great run, starting with a rally in Madison. It was Aiden Cooney who had a home run to tie the game at the Duck Pond and start a rally to win that game to start the win streak. Then a doubleheader between the Mallards on Tuesday here at Capital Credit Union Park, ended by Eli Selga with a bottom of the 6th inning and a 7-inning game. Hits the home run to take the lead and eventually give Green Bay the win and the sweep over the Mallards. And then going to Athletic Park, the Rockers having to go in, get the sweep, and getting a big rally in the 7th, started by Eric Gian. A great run to get that win against Wausau with a little bit of help. Clinched that first half title from being 3 games down at the start of the week to clinching it with 2 games to spare.
Yeah, Wausau a little different in the second half. They had a tight playoff race with Madison that came down to the last couple of games. Wausau needed a win on Friday against Wisconsin Rapids. They got it. A huge home run here from Noah Malone in a blowout 21-5 win, but they also needed help, and they got it from Green Bay. Zage Lancaster, an RBI single against Madison to give Wausau full control of their postseason fate going into the final day, and they took advantage. Huge swing from Dom Rodriguez just yesterday in a must-win game against Wisconsin Rapids, and they finish it off with a 6-out save from Cade Douglas, giving Wausau their 10th postseason appearance in franchise history.
We take a quick look at the bracket. There's Wausau and Green Bay playing against each other for the first time ever in the postseason. The players to watch in trying to get the win here in the first series. Let's look at Green Bay and Joe Manella, 4 home runs in 4 games in the last couple of days against the Woodchucks. He's going to be a big power threat out of the cleanup spot for the Rockers all series long, as he has been in this second half for Green Bay.
Well, and it's Dom Rodriguez for Wausau, and he's been really good against the Rockers. .354 batting average against Green Bay this season with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs for the junior out of Arizona.
And the pitching matchup today, Steve Marhefke, the knuckleballer from Neenah in the Fox Valley. He's been great here in year number 2, and he leads the top of this rotation for Green Bay, gets the bump for Game 1.
And it'll be Chance Moore for the Woodchucks. He's already faced Green Bay this season, went 4 2/3 innings back here at Capital Credit Union. On July 29th, he'll be looking for some revenge. He picked up the loss in that game.
A phenomenal regular season series, going to be a very similar one here in the postseason. We'll take a look at tonight's starters right after this. You're watching Northwoods League Sports.
My host families, who I still stay in touch with to this day. Had a great time there. Enjoyed my time playing with the Mashers. Definitely different than I could have ever expected, but definitely enjoyed the time here.
Honestly, one of the best summers I've ever had. I got to stay with a great host family that I still see a couple times a year now, and honestly, it was the perfect introduction into professional baseball.
And we welcome you back here into Capital Credit Union Park. It's about time for the Woodchucks and the Rockers to get underway. We'll take a look at this Wausau lineup that they roll out here today. It's Jake Birkeland in the leadoff spot, Christian Smith-Johnson, Noah Malone, and Max Solis in that top 4. Rodriguez in the heart of the order. Then it's Braden Mazzacano, Josh Arquette, Zach Knowlton, and Paul Nutzel rounding it out in the 9 spot.
End of the field for the Rockers today. Delamata will be in left. Max Humphrey has been manning center field for the Rockers all season. That's where he is. So is Selga in right. Eric Gian has been excellent at third base in the hot corner. Lancaster will play at short. Biania very often the second baseman. Manella's really improved at first, and Colin Helms has kind of been the day in, day out Green Bay catcher. And so that's who Josh Merrill starts behind the plate. And Steve Marhefke, who has had one of the best seasons of any pitcher in the Northwoods League, is on the mound.
Steve Marhefke, the native of Neenah, Wisconsin, in the Fox Valley. That ERA at 0.75. He has taken command at the top of this rotation for Green Bay this season. Let's take a look at our umpires who are out in the field today. 6 of them here for the postseason.
Yeah, it'll be Keegan Kula in left field, and Halsey will be in right. Eric Swift at the second base umpire. Jeremy Stuber is at third. Nick Reynolds is the first base umpire. And the man behind the plate calling balls and strikes for Game 1 is Manolo Alejandro.
These 6 selected by the Northwoods League here as we get started. Steve Marhefke getting a few extra warm-up pitches in. Last pitch coming here for Marhefke. And like we talked about in the open, Matt, this is what it's all about. These two teams have put together some great shows here over the regular season. Only fitting that they will play for a chance at the Great Lakes Championship coming up later this week.
Well, and it is going to be offense for Wausau versus defense for Green Bay. The Rockers have really relied on their pitching staff, while Wausau's relied on their bats. It'll be whoever is able to surpass the offense or the defense on either side that could win this series. It's set to be a really, really fun one, like we said in the open. If this regular season was any indication, Joey, we're in for an amazing 3-game series.
Jake Birkeland set to lead things off for the Chucks. Typically the 9-spot batter, but leads things off here today in Game 1. First pitch from Marhefke is in there at 85 for strike number 1. Marhefke looking to fill up the zone, but runs outside. And the count is evened up.
Yeah, really interesting to see Birkeland in the 1 spot.
1-1 on the way from Marhefke. This one a grounder down to Baiania. Ranges over to his right, throw on to Manella in time for out number 1.
And isn't that what the best thing about Steve Marhefke is? He can get guys on the ground, he can get them in the air, and it's that breaking ball that he locates so well. Because it's in the zone, you have to swing at it. Marhefke, such an experienced pitcher in the Northwoods League, he's not going to make very many mistakes. If Wausau wants success today, they got to choose their spots against him, and very well.
Here's Christian Smith-Johnson. He's manned that 2 spot for a majority of this season. He's batted the 9, the 1, the 2, but down the stretch here, very comfortable batting out of this 2 spot. 1-0 on the way from Marhefke. It runs and catches the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marhefke moving quickly here early. The 1-1 delivery is sent out to right off the end of the bat. Selga trying to read it and doesn't have to move too far for that one. Underneath it for out number 2.
Sun may play a factor out there, but Eli Selga's been manning the short porch and right a lot this season. And what I've loved about Selga is he came in, he was young, a little inexperienced after his time at San Diego State, and now he looks like a veteran in right field for the Rockers.
Typically, when he's in the lineup, he's a designated hitter, but if he's out in the field, he will be playing right field, and he's made some nice plays in that short porch. It's tough to read out there. You can get some odd spin out there. Here's Noah Malone in the 3 spot. He takes strike 1 at 87. Malone, one of the top hitters for average in the Northwoods League. And he gets on base at a good pace as well, but he takes that knuckleball at 70, and he's behind 0-2 with 2 outs here in the first. Marhefke wasting no time, delivers the 0-2. This one lined right back up the middle. It'll land in front of Humphrey for a base hit. Swinging away on 0-2 and gets on base for the first time today for either side.
Well, those are the kind of swings Wausau's going to need against Steve Marhefke if they're going to be successful today. Marhefke gets ahead, but why is Noah Malone one of the best average hitters? He can swing at anything in the zone, high, low, left, right, and punch it out of the outfield, and he does right there to give Wausau its first hit of the postseason.
Here's Max Solis now in the cleanup spot, trying to do something with 2 away. He takes that one down at 84 and finds himself ahead in the count 1-0. Solis breaking the record this year for most home runs in a Woodchucks season. He has been paced at that 13 spot, though. Perhaps number 14 could come through in a major spot for these Chucks in the postseason. 1 ball and 1 strike on Max Solis. Marhefke peering over at Malone, goes that way and delivers this one out to left. Delamata over to his left and makes the catch to retire the side. Malone with a 1-out single, but Marhefke gets a line out on Solis to end the inning. We'll send things to the home half of the first when we come back on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Stay connected and up to date with the free Northwoods League mobile app. Avoid the lines and buy tickets to any Northwoods League games anytime, day or night. Subscribe for free and watch games live from anywhere all season long. Get the latest news and stats on top collegiate players from across the country or personalize it with your favorite team. Either way, we got you covered. The Northwoods League mobile app is free and available on the App Store or Google Play.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you know, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Enjoy a stress-free buying experience at Bergstrom Chevrolet. Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin, all with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day lowest price protection and money-back guarantees. Choose a vehicle that's in stock, reserve one that's on the way, or order one just the way you want it. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 team. Hurry in today or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
The 1-2. Swung on, floated, shallow right. That one, another diving catch. Carly Oliver, these Nightmares are putting on a clinic.
It's an atmosphere not like you're used to in college. It's a lot less pressure. You can really just meet friends, meet people that you're going to love forever, and just soaking up the moment, enjoying the game. It has been so amazing. Everyone has been so nice and friendly, and just making friendships and finding mentors that I'm going to run to for the rest of my life for sure. It was unexpected, and it was such a big blessing.
Back here in the bottom of the first, it is Chance Moore on the mound for the Woodchucks. And again, we mentioned this one in the open, has experience against these Rockers late in July, got his first start in a Woodchucks uniform.
Yeah, and in that start, he was strong in spots, got out of a couple of jams, but made a couple mistake pitches that the Rockers punished him on. Remember, Green Bay's a team for power. 63 home runs this year. That's tied for second among all Northwoods League teams. You cannot hang something over the middle. Green Bay will make you pay.
Well, here's Eric Gion here to lead things off. The right-handed bat who transferred to Stanford. And Moore finds down in the well at 84 for strike number 1. Gion, the transfer from Columbia to Stanford, getting a little closer to home, the native of California. Moore delivers the breaking ball, misses not the outside part of the plate, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. For Gion, he typically either likes to see that fastball up, or he will try to work the count and work a walk out of this leadoff spot. 1-1 delivery, swings on this one, delivers it out to left, but Mazzacano will have this one read in and makes the catch for out number 1. Certainly saw that high fastball, just missed the barrel.
Yeah, and that's something that Gion loves to do, right? It's a strong swing. He always makes great contact. It's the situation of whether he gets under a baseball or not. A lot of speed in the outfield for the Woodchucks, especially in left center with Mazzacano and Smith Johnson. So it's going to be difficult for any opposing team against Wausau this year to get hits in the gaps.
Here's Colin Helms now. Stands in, he delivers this one out to right center. This one could get up to the wall. This one's going to clear the yard. Colin Helms. First pitch swinging and gets the Rockers on the board. 1-0 here in the first. And for the Rockers, they've really seen Helms' power come to fruition here in the late part of the season.
Yeah, and this one gets out in a hurry. In a lot of ballparks in the Northwoods League, this is a double off the wall. But in this series, the short porch will play a part out there in right. How about the carry? Not a lot of wind for the hitters to use today, but the left-handed hitters love hitting at this ballpark, and Colin Helms gets a piece. That's a great start for Green Bay at home, Joey.
Well, here's another one here in Eli Selga. He swings away but fouls it off. It is 78 that time from Selga. Now shares the team lead with 7 home runs on the season after his last week and a half with 3 other Rockers teammates. He's got Manella, Gian, and Humphrey sharing that spot. 0-1 watches that one dart the other way, and it's 1-1.
Early recognition here is that hitters are swinging away. Before Helms' home run, all 5 of the first at-bats, only 3 pitches long. They're swinging away today.
Well, here is the third pitch of the at-bat. The 1-1 on the way from Moore. And taken outside at 86, 2 balls and 1 strike. And we talk about how Selga's developed. He came in, you saw a lot of that raw power, but he's started to work for average. He's started to work his on-base percentage. 2-1 sends this one the other way. This one could be dying quickly, but Brooklyn is back there on the run, makes the catch, snags it for out number 2.
Well, there was always going to be a big question. How does Chance Moore respond after giving up the home run? Nice pitch on the outside corner there. Got Selga to chase. He was seeing a favorable count there. And Birkeland, such speed. He's played in the playoffs before, Jake Birkeland, alongside Solis and Smith Johnson. They were here last year in the postseason. So that experience could come to help them.
Well, here's Joe Manella, 4 home runs in the last 4 games against the Woodchucks. He watches ball 1 there. Probability might show he swings for the fences whenever he takes a hack. We talk about that power in this Green Bay lineup. The 1-0 is down at the knees for strike number 1. A nice curveball there from Moore.
I think Solis realizes, maybe done his homework. Manella, a fastball hunter. Back-to-back breaking balls to open this plate appearance.
2 outs here in the first. Moore trying to limit the damage after the Colin Helms home run. The 1-1 on the way is off the end of the bat and foul the other way. And Moore finds strike number 2. Moore's been comfortable with that breaking ball in this at-bat. As you go back to it here on 1-2. Moore steps and fires. It's down and away, and the count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the first.
It's a good pitch to throw there as well when you're ahead in the count. See if you can get a swing and miss out of Manella. Now a little more difficult. Rockers do not strike out very much, Joey.
Moore trying to get one here on Manella. The 2-2 on the way is down in the dirt, and the count is run full. You give credit to Manella. We talk about when he swings. He's swinging for the fences, but he's being really selective with his swing decisions in this at-bat. Full count with 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Payoff pitch on the way from Moore. He sends this one out into left center. Smith Johnson back to the deepest part of the yard using his speed. It will be off the wall and roll into right center. Manella's on his horse, rounding second. He will be into third. A throw from Smith Johnson will hold him there. One of the furthest hit balls of the season by Joe Manella. And he's 90 feet away from scoring.
Boy, he threw him a fastball, Joey. Right down the heart of the plate, and Manella did not miss it. We talked about Helms' home run a moment ago, that's not normally a home run in every ballpark. That swing from Manella right there is normally a home run, and now it looks like Smith Johnson is frustrated about something when he clambered into the wall. I actually think it might have gone off of his glove as he tried to make the catch. The fact that he made that a tough play goes to show you why he is one of the best center fielders in the Northwoods League.
Absolutely. I mean, you've seen it all season with Smith Johnson. He is a guy that will make anything tough in that middle third. Well, here's David Biania with an opportunity, the team leader in RBI, with another one standing just 90 feet away. Fouls off the first pitch at 75.
Biania got off to a good start against Wausau in the past. I mean, I remember the first game he played against the Woodchucks back in May, 4 hits. So he likes to hit Woodchucks pitching.
A one on the way to Biania, skips out in front, and a nice block by Solis. That's the other thing with Manella. He was ready to run whenever, and not typical for a first baseman, but he is an aggressive runner.
Really short backstop here, though. So wild pitches aren't as dangerous as they are in other ballparks.
1-1 delivery. Biania fouls it off himself, and not the first time that we've seen that with Biania in the last week of the regular season. He's taken a fair share of swings off his own bat to his foot, his shin. He's battling through it. Behind 1-2, though, here on Moore. Trying to tack on another run here in the bottom of the first. 1-2, Biania lines that one early, and it's hooked foul. We'll see 1-2 once more.
Yeah, I like Josh Merrill, the third base coach and Green Bay's head coach, trying to make the barehanded grab. What a job this guy has done in year 1 in Green Bay, completely changing the culture to winning and fun here in Ashwaubenon.
1-2 on the way from Moore. A breaking ball down and away. And Deuce is wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Well, they're not biting on that breaking ball outside for Moore, which Chance has thrown when he's ahead in the count.
Now all evened up. Moore trying to find the put-away pitch. The 2-2 delivery. Out in front again. Solis had to block it, and it's a full count once more. Couple of bases open, but you don't want this 2-out rally to continue to roll on. This is where Green Bay can find their damage. With 2 outs, they've scored in good bunches. Payoff pitch one more. Biania grounds this one up the middle. Berkland over to his left. He throws on to Rodriguez. A routine play for the veteran shortstop for Wausau. Keeps this one at 1-0. Green Bay out in front with a lead to defend when we come back in the second. You're watching the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Oh no!
Got it!
Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
I mean, I had a great manager in Donnie Scott. I had great team members. I had a great host family. That year was really formative from who I have become as a baseball player. Yeah, really helpful.
Opportunity abounds with a 72-game season, 35-man roster, strict pitching guidelines, and live television coverage seen by top major league scouts.
Yeah, if you're coming out of in college and looking for summer league, the Northwoods League really does. They have the talent and they have the schedule that really pushes you. You're playing on like a minor league schedule, so it gives you the taste of professional baseball. Plus, it gives you those extra games. It gives you the opportunity to continue to get better, and that's what everybody in college is looking to do.
The Northwoods League is the ultimate collegiate summer baseball experience.
And caught at the fence. What a play by Braden.
The 2025 Northwoods League softball season is officially complete. Congratulations to the league champion Madison Nightmares and to all of our softball teams who had an outstanding summer, offering the premier summer collegiate softball experience. Find out more at northwoodsleague.com and follow us on Instagram and X at NWL Softball. Steve Marhefke on for another inning of work. Well, try to work that knuckleball early and just missed that one up here on Dom Rodriguez, ball one. One-0 from Marhefke. Rodriguez swinging away just underneath it and fouled back 1-1.
And just a note on the softball thing, by the way, if these playoffs for baseball are as good as the Northwoods League softball playoff series was between Minot and Madison, we're in for a real show here to end the summer.
You couldn't ask for a better game, too, for Madison to clinch that one. This one runs inside on Rodriguez. Here's something to note here, Matt. When these two teams play, I'm not sure quite what the number is. It feels like the last couple of weeks, a lot of hit-by pitches. And those are those free passes that can come to bite you. Even if you're in 2 strikes, you just try to run a pitch inside and it gets away. That's where things can get a little dicey, and Green Bay's had a fair share of those against Wausau here in the last couple of weeks.
I think it goes with the fire that these two teams play with, especially against each other. Sometimes that leads to some mistakes.
2-2 to Rodriguez. It is down. Close one there at the knees, but just a bit down, and the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 from Marhefke, gets in and plunks him. There's another one at the knuckleball at 68. And a leadoff batter for Wausau.
Funny that you mentioned the hit-by pitches there. Rodriguez is actually in the top 5 among Northwoods League players in hit-by pitches. And every single time he takes one, it almost as if a little bouncy ball hit him. He doesn't feel any pain when he gets plunked by a pitch. It's kind of remarkable.
Here's Braden Mazzacano, the two-way player for these Woodchucks, manning left field today. He takes strike 1 on the fastball from Marhefke at 86. Mazzacano's come through in a couple of big moments against Green Bay the last couple of weeks. 0-1, the fastball again, just outside, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 87 from Marhefke. You don't typically see Steve go that high up there in the velocity department. He really likes to work in the breaking stuff in the fastball, but the breaking stuff in the knuckleball, but he's working the fastball here against Mazzacano. Breaking there at 81, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Mazzacano normally a guy that likes to see a couple before he swings, but now on 2 strikes, this is where he'll normally take his hacks.
Going to have to defend here against Marhefke. The 1-2 grounded just foul past the safety bag. And he'll see one more. Rodriguez was ready to run. One ball and 2 strikes once more. Marhefke delivers the knuckleball. Misses high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That is such a tough pitch to take. Such a tough pitch to swing because he can't generate a lot of power with that knuckleball up.
2-2 on the way is down, and another full count here.
You can feel the crowd right now, Joey, on every single pitch reacting one way or the other. That's one of the best parts about playoff baseball.
And Marhefke looks down to first to try and check on Rodriguez. He's back in safely. That's the great part about the Great Lakes West. All these teams are in at least 2 hours of proximity of each other. Easy to travel. 3-2 delivery is fouled off, and the marathon of an at-bat here continues.
You know, Joey, we've talked about these teams playing such good games against each other this year. They almost know each other too well at this point. Sometimes you just got to throw everything away and focus on winning what's at the plate right now.
Big pitch here. 3-2 on the way, fouled off again. 86 from Marhefke, the fastball. Well, no one's really been able to take Marhefke deep into account like this today until Mazzacano stepped up.
3-2 once more. Marhefke delivers. It's fouled off again.
These are the kind of plate appearances you need in the playoffs. And for a freshman to be showing this much plate discipline right now, it's exactly what Wausau needs.
3-2 once more is down and away, back-to-back free passes. The hit by pitch on a full count, and now a full count walk for the Woodchucks as their offense in business here at the heart of the order.
More walks or more free passes for Wausau now against Marhefke than they had in the 5 innings that he pitched against them back in July. If you're going to beat Steve Marhefke anyway, you've got to find a way on base through free passes and drive runs in when you have runners on.
Runner in scoring position here for the Woodchucks as Arquette's going to square to bunt. Hits it back in time, and Manello playing way in on that one. He was ready to make the play.
Chance at third here. Not a lot of speed from Rodriguez at second. That's likely what Manella's looking for. This has to be a good bunt from Arquette if it's going to work.
1-0, going to drop this one down. Marhefke's going to have a play on. Throws to third, and he is out. You mentioned it, the play was going to be there, and Rodriguez is retired.
This is the veteran leadership you need from your pitcher, who's been in situations like this before. He only had one thing on his mind, which was third base, and a very good throw. Sometimes you speed yourself up as a pitcher trying to make a play in the field, and that easy throw can go awry. And now you've got yourself a free out. A double play gets you out of it.
And I got the speed at first and second with Arquette and Mazzacano. Zach Knowlton at the plate takes strike one. Wasn't in the lineup against Green Bay last week, but sees a big spot here in game one of the Great Lakes Subdivision playoffs. That one misses high, and it's a 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here in the second.
Another guy at the plate that likes to see pitches, may try to get on with the free pass.
1-1 delivery, a chopper foul, and a 2-strike count. Knowlton's done some damage against Green Bay this season. A big spot here in the second inning. 1-2 delivery. That one fouled back right towards us. We'll get up into the concourse. And the Woodchucks right now do an incredible job of fouling off these 2-strike pitches.
Marhefke does not have a strikeout yet, Joey. Feels like the seal needs to be broken for him to really gain control in this start.
1-2 delivery. That one lifted into shallow center. Lancaster back on the run, backpedaling to make the play out number 2. Well, there's that weak contact. It wasn't necessarily the put-away pitch, but just put it in play. Let your defense make the play behind you.
This is why Marhefke's a game 1 starter, right? 2 on with nobody out. All of a sudden, 2 on and 2 out. It is so tough to score when this Green Bay pitching staff has it at their best.
9 spot here. It's Paul Nutzel. First pitch to him runs outside on the fastball at 87.
They will have done the scouting report on Nutzel too. When he faced Green Bay earlier last week, struggled against the fastball.
1-0, fouled off. Swinging away on it that time and finds strike 1. Nutzel, one of the later additions here in the lineup. This is just his 8th plate appearance of the season. Even count. The 1-1 to Nutzel is downstairs at 86. Marhefke trying to locate that fastball. Hasn't been able to find the zone with it yet. Mazzacano ready to go, potentially could tie this game as a runner in scoring position. First for Wausau today. Breaking ball there is caught at the knees for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on here in the second inning. Marhefke comes set, peers over at Mazzacano. The delivery to the plate, a swing and a miss. The first strikeout for Steve Marhefke comes in the 9th spot. The threat comes to pass. It's 1-0 as the Rockers come to the plate. Up next on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Whoa.
Can you feel it?
Huh? Feel what?
The power.
I think so.
Hey, who are you talking to?
No one.
Bet you can't hit that building over there in right field.
What? That's like 500 feet.
Electrify your swing.
Okay.
The #1 two-piece composite in the marketplace. Electrify your swing. Icon, the electric unicorn by Rawlings.
At Cellcom, we live, work, and play right here in Wisconsin. That's why we use our wireless technology to help protect this place we call home. From collecting and sharing data on the health of local waterways, to strengthening our fish populations and monitoring bird migrations, we're a wireless provider who shares a passion for wanting to make a difference. Giving back to this place we love. That's technology with a heartbeat.
This time is Early to Park. What a grab by Serena Timmer. In contact. Left side. Diving effort. What a catch.
The winning run, and the Honeybees have walked it off the fence and over the fence. That's going to be a home run for Shayna Bistro.
Oh no!
Got it.
Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
NW dueling pianos here at Capital Credit Union Park for Game 1. They've been keeping the vibes high here for this crowd on this Sunday afternoon. The Rockers out in front 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Chance Moore trying to bounce back from, well, it was a strong inning, had the homer and the triple, but was able to get himself out of further damage. A first pitch swing from Humphrey down to Nutzel, who fires across the diamond. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Will be interesting to see. This is Paul Nutzel's second or third start at third base this year. He's a freshman, and he redshirted this past year. So plays like this, they may seem routine, but the pressure's got to be on Paul a little bit here, being thrusted into such a big situation. He's handling it well so far.
Here's Zage Lancaster, his first at-bat of the day. Had a strong doubleheader against Madison back on Friday. 4 hits between the 2 games. A nice curveball there from Moore, just misses the zone high. He's trying to locate it up. Unable to do so. It's 1-0. .0 delivery. Lancaster sees it down this time on the curveball. 71 from Moore. 1 up, 1 down. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Lancaster trying to work his contact skills here in the 7 spot. But his vision will have to be a big part here. He's ahead 2-1 now, taking his first strike of the at-bat. Two-one delivery, down at the knees again, strike 2. Zage hasn't swung yet. Now might have to be a little defensive. You have the power bat and Jeremy Delamata on deck there in the background. That's where he comes through the most. But the 2-2 to Lancaster, he lines this one back behind us, and a 2-2 once more.
Lancaster could play a huge part in this series, Joey. He's got hits in 4 of his last 5, and Josh Merrill has been looking for some consistency in the bottom of his order, and Lancaster is starting to provide it.
It's always the unlikeliest of heroes in the postseason that win teams championships. The 2-2 to Lancaster, lifted out into left, back at the wall. Mazzacano's gonna watch it leave the yard. Sage Lancaster, his 3rd home run of the season, extends this Rockers lead. It's 2-0 in the second. We talked about trying to set him up on base for Jeremy Delamata. Sage Lancaster does it himself.
Deepest part of the ballpark, Joey. He hit that one almost all the way back to his hometown, Hilo, Hawaii. A big swing from a guy who is getting hot at the right time. We just talked about it. And a guy that's brought such great vibes to this Green Bay team, knowing what he needs to do. What a start to his postseason for the Rockers.
He'll be a redshirt junior at Hawaii this fall. First pitch to Delamata. That one's going to spray and fall in right field. A blooper single. We'll talk about flipping what you expected from Lancaster. You expect him to get the contact single and Delamata to swing for the fences out and left. A little bit of Freaky Friday, except it's a Sunday.
Yeah, and this is something we haven't seen from Green Bay today. That's their first single of the game. Their first 3 hits, all extra base hits. You've got to avoid the power, and the bottom of the order is setting the top up for what could be a big inning.
Well, here's Steph DiCarado. An addition here in the lineup as a designated hitter in the 9 spot. Was off to a scorching hot start at the plate when he joined this lineup, but has cooled off as of late, but he can come through and bring some extra base hits when needed, and that's what Green Bay's been doing well so far, swinging away and fouls it off the other way.
Joey, already action in the Woodchucks bullpen. Looks to be Richie Lassine, who started this year at times, but also can bridge Wausau in a couple of innings. He has pitched against Green Bay this year.
1 ball, 1 strike to DiCarado. Delamata is going to go down to second, skips a few times, and Delamata, almost overslid the bag, but he gets that back foot back in time. Stolen base. And now that breaks up the double play ball. Take another look at it.
I feel like we've seen this a couple times here at Capital Credit Union Park, where the bag's overslid because you're on turf. Good job by Birkland, though. The most important thing, keeping that one in the infield.
Solis kind of had a good jump on that throw, just had skipped in front of the mound. Almost lucky that I was able to get close there for Birkland. Didn't want to take an odd bounce off the turf mound. 2-1, DiCarado looks to drop down a bunt, but a foul tip into the glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the bunt likely no longer an option, unless DiCarado is pretty confident in what he can do. We'll see him try to swing away or work a walk. 2 pitches away from that as well. 2-2, breaking ball is high, and the count is full.
Base open here, but you're facing the 9-hole hitter. You'd rather get strikeout or ball in play. Just get that second out and reset yourself if your chance more.
Another payoff pitch early in this ball game. The delivery, DiCarado swings away. This one could be playable down towards the Green Bay bullpen, and a diving play by Mazzacano. Tagging up is Delamata. He's going to be in safe to third. What a play by Braden Mazzacano, diving into the Green Bay bullpen to get out number 2.
This is ridiculous, Joey. This ball should never be caught. How unlucky does DiCarado have to feel. And the fact that they almost turned 2 on that play, sensational from the freshman who shows more heart, more hustle, it feels like, than anybody else in Wausau. They actually just appealed back to second there to make sure that Delamata correctly tagged, and the umpire there, Eric Swift, said yes. But a huge catch, and now one swing, you're out of the inning.
Rockers had a runner 90 feet away with 2 away back in the first inning as well. Eric Gian back at the top of the order. He swings away, laces that one at the left side of the infield. It's through, first pitch swinging. Delamata comes in to score, and Eric Gian with a 2-out single. The pull hitter didn't have to put it in the air, just puts it right on the ground in between the 5-6 hole.
Good swing, and this is what Gion's been doing all season. You could try to drop that breaking ball in all you want, but Gion's bat speed, the way he uses his hands to find contact, almost as good as anybody else in the Northwoods League. And that, Joey, is going to be it for Chance Moore in Game 1. In the playoffs, you have a tight leash some of the time. And Corey Thompson, who is coaching a team in the playoffs for the 3rd time in his career in Wausau, not messing around.
Well, Richie Lacine, you mentioned he's started against Green Bay, and he comes in out of relief. We looked at the schedule and kind of had to figure he was going to be in line to get some early action in this series.
And because Lacine is throwing today, that means that the starting rotation for Wausau is now bumped up. Anybody else that pitches in the playoffs is going to be pitching on short rest from the Woodchucks making their playoff push last week.
And Lacine, I think he's going to have to just remove some bracelets. And he'll get ready for the warm-up period here. But we look at Lacine. His last appearance against Green Bay came on July 30th. Was tagged with the loss, 4 2/3, no decision in terms of getting the win, but he gave up those 5 runs, 4 of them earned in those 4 2/3, 6 hits, 2 walks, had the 4 strikeouts. But he comes into another situation here where the Green Bay offense just finding ways on base after that start where they're getting the extra base hits, starting to find some contact here in the late stages.
The question early today, Joey, was it going to be the Woodchucks offense or the Green Bay pitching that had the advantage in this series? So far, the Green Bay pitching has made a huge impact, and I think the second inning really reflects that, right? Go back to just about 10 minutes ago, and the Woodchucks had first and second with nobody out, and Marhefke got out of that inning without any damage done. Then in this frame, home run, single, fly out, RBI single, the bottom of Green Bay's order setting up the top of the order, and now Lacine has to be really, really careful with Helms and Selga, 2 power left-handed hitters, that he doesn't make a mistake. Green Bay could very well extend their lead here.
Well, Lacine's going to be greeted with the man who got the Rockers on the board back in the second. Colin Helms took a first pitch over the right field wall. And he's got a runner on and Eric Gian. And 2 away. These 2-out rallies have helped Green Bay all season long. So Lacine ready to go, and he will work against the left-handed bat and Colin Helms. First pitch to him, rolled over into the glove of Lacine. 1 pitch, 1 out of the pen, limits the damage. But Green Bay, with a 2 spot, extends their lead to 3-0. We head to the 3rd when we come back on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Before Max Scherzer, Chris Sale, or Pete Alonso ever took the field in Major League Baseball, they were taking the field as players in the Northwoods League. Every year, more than 90 Northwoods League players are drafted by Major League Baseball teams. The Northwoods League is the largest organized baseball league in the world. The major leaguers of tomorrow are playing baseball in the Northwoods League today. Get your tickets and gear online, then visit a Northwoods League ballpark near you.
I'm Shannon with Security Limpke Roofing, and we want to do your next roof. So be one of the next 7.5 callers to 920 Roofing, and I'm going to save you 61%, and I'll throw in a free toaster.
Sorry about that. We aired that back in 2017, and unfortunately, there's roofing companies out there still running gimmicks like this. That's not us. Security Limpke Roofing is Wisconsin's oldest roofing company. When you're looking for a quality, local, trusted contractor without all the phony deals, give us a call.
You know, call 920 Roofing.
My host families, who I still stay in touch with to this day. Had a great time there. Enjoyed my time playing with the Mashers. Definitely different than I could have ever expected, but definitely enjoyed the time here.
Honestly, one of the best summers I've ever had. I got to stay with a great host family that I still see a couple times a year now, and honestly, it was the perfect introduction into professional baseball.
Rockers extending their lead in the bottom of the second, courtesy of that man, Sage Lancaster, who got the solo blast to make it 2-0. Green Bay was able to rally after that. Now they've got a 3-0 lead to defend with their second half ace on the mound, and Steve Marhefke threw 2 innings of work. First time through the order, just allowed the 1 hit, no runs so far. Was able to finish his last inning with a punch-out. Now he faces the top of the order again, fires in the knuckleball at 69 for strike 1. Berkland grounded out in his first at bat. Now he's seeing this knuckleball here again, 0-2 behind.
The confidence for Marhefke should be growing and growing right now. The start is going his way. He's got this run support as well early on.
0-2, and Berkland thought about it, but wisely pulled back the barrel. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two. This is a chopper down to Gian. Backhands it, throws across the diamond. Manella has it for out number 1.
It's so important to have just a big player in the hot corner, Eric Gian. I've watched 12 of these matchups between Wausau and Green Bay. And in that time, how many mistakes has Eric Gian made in the field? 0. That's why he's going to Stanford. Not just a good player, but he's smart, he's cunning, he's tactical with the way he plays baseball.
Coming from Columbia, too. Not an unwise guy. This one down to Manella, who applies the tag on Smith Johnson for out number 2. And Marhefke able to work efficiently here. Quickly 2 outs here in the top of the third.
Yeah, Smith Johnson has been a guy who's tried to go infield bunt single a lot this year, but that time way too much power, and we've already talked about how Manella has improved at first base as the year's gone along. Plays like that show you why.
Well, you see Aiden Cooney, who was a big part of this roster during the middle part of the season. He exits late in the season, as Northwoods League rosters often do towards the end of the summer, and Manella kind of has to be that everyday first baseman now. You don't have that defensive versatility that Cooney brought. And Manella, like you mentioned, vastly improved at the defensive spot as this summer's gone along and the second half's gone along. 1-1 on Noah Malone. He was able to find a 2-out single, the last hit for the Woodchucks. 1-1, swinging away and fouled it off behind him. He's quickly behind 1-2. 2-strike count. Didn't phase Malone the last time, though.
No, what I love about Steve Marhefke is, you remember that these guys aren't just athletes. Josh Merrill telling us earlier today, this guy's a full-time teacher.
The professor, they call him. 1-2 from Marhefke. A swing and a miss. Closed out the second with a strikeout, closes out the third. 1-2-3, down go the Woodchucks. It's 3-0 Green Bay, trying to add on to it. Selga, Manella, Baiania due up in the bottom of the third on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
It's your favorite place to unwind. It's a gathering place for your family and friends. It's outdoor living with style. Considering a new deck? Call Integrity Decking Company. Our team will help you create a beautiful, free deck design. We use the industry's best maintenance-free composite boards, made in Wisconsin for Wisconsin's extreme weather. No more painting, staining, or waterproofing ever. Now is your last chance to save 75% off labor. So don't miss this limited time offer. Go to idcdecking.com today to schedule your free deck design.
You have to be dedicated to playing in Northwoods League.
More than 350 Northwoods League alumni have been drafted in the last 5 years, and nearly 140 have made their Major League Baseball debut in that time.
You know, they play the games and it's serious. You know, I mean, you're looking at maybe an opportunity to be a professional athlete in baseball. So that's what the Northwoods League's all about, the opportunity to shine.
This is Northwoods League Baseball.
Miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The Northwoods League Foundation is enriching the quality of life for families with an enduring and caring focus on the communities it serves through direct donations and proceeds from the Northwoods League online store. The Northwoods League Foundation is harnessing a unique passion for summer collegiate baseball and softball to invest in communities so everyone benefits from the wide-ranging experience offered by the great games of baseball and softball. Visit northwoodsleague.com/foundation and share your passion for the games we love.
Are you a baseball or softball coach? One-way coach-to-catcher communication is brand new to the game, and the Northwoods League has proudly partnered with the Headset app to be their preferred coach-to-catcher communication solution. Try it out with your team today using hardware you already own. Download the Headset app from your app store and try it free for 5 days. Eli Selga set to lead things off here in the third. With the Rockers out in front 3-0, he swings away first pitch. Rodriguez in the glove, and he'll run over, take it himself for out number 1.
2 pitches for Lacine to get 2 outs straight out of the bullpen.
They call that efficiency.
Well, in addition to that, Wausau sorely needed that. They needed a guy to come in, throw strikes, find outs. It felt like Green Bay was always ahead on Chance Moore and kind of had him figured out. With Lacine, you have a little more velocity, which could help you change the timing of the hitters.
Now here's Joe Manella. He can time up velocity well when he can. It can be a problem. That one upstairs, though, at 89. Manella's been pushing up his average here at the latter part of the season. That power has been his best friend. Watches that one for ball 2, the breaking ball from Lacine. Manella has really been seeing that off speed, and he's not swinging at it too much. 2-0 delivery, that one up and in. 3 balls, no strikes. Manella has not swung yet. That is a big point of progress for Manella in his at-bats. 3-0, he's going to show bunt, pulls it back, and it's in there for strike 1.
I think a lot of credit to Green Bay's hitting has got to go to their hitting coach, J.R. McElroy. Young guy from Arkansas that has really turned this hitting team around.
3-1 to Manella, and a soar down low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The ironic part for McElroy, he was part of that College World Series team with Arkansas. His first game back was the no-hitter against Madison for Green Bay. From 3-0 to 3-2, Lacine fires outside, and Manella draws the walk. First issued by the Chucks today.
That's a great reset from Manella. Lacine had a great pitch on 3-1, but I think Manella reminded himself there, hey, I got to this point where I brought this count full because of my plate discipline. He forced Lacine to throw a strike, which he didn't. And now a 1-out base runner.
To follow up that statistic after the no-hitter, Green Bay followed that up with 3 straight 10-hit games. So took a little bit of adjusting for McElroy and his hitting coach duties, but it certainly paid off at the end of the first half, and the offense found its stride, was able to punch their ticket to the postseason. Lacine fires that one inside, and first pitch to Bayanea, 1-0.
So now they're starting to be more patient, exactly like they were against Chance Moore, and it worked.
1-0 delivery up high. It was efficiency to start. It was those 2 pitches for 2 outs. And when you see Manella and Bayanea, who are taking pitches at a high rate right now, this is a big adjustment for the heart of this Green Bay order. Those are the 2 guys that can find themselves striking out the most in this Green Bay lineup with how well they do when they put bat on ball. Bayanea ahead 3-0 this time. Up high and back-to-back walks here in the third. Another runner in scoring position for Green Bay, trying to extend their lead once more.
Yeah, and it looks like the catcher Solis is going to call a mound meeting. The coaches aren't even going to come out for this one. And that is part of the great leadership. Look at the mound right now. It's Solis, it's Birkland, 2 guys who played in the playoffs last year for Wausau, 2 massive pieces of this team. Comforting a guy in Richie Lacine, who he has a ton of experience in these spots as a starter, as a closer, in relief, all in between. But they're still being able to encourage him and help him reset. This is a big hitter here in Humphrey.
Max Humphrey starting to come along here in the second half. As he sees that one down and away, on base has been his strength as well. As you start to get down into the 6, 7, 8 part of the order, that is the strength here. Humphrey on base, Lancaster on base. Those are their strengths. 1-0. Humphrey takes in that one right down Broadway at 88.
Well, you know what Josh Merrill's looking from Max Humphrey. Get back to his first half form. And I think the playoffs provide a really good fresh outlook for Humphrey.
1-1, chopper over the head of Lacine. Birkland going to step on the mound himself. Throw onto first in time. 6 unassisted onto 3 to get Lacine out of the jam. It's still 3-0 Green Bay. Wausau gets their first scoreless inning on the mound. They'll come back to the plate when we come back on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
With the ghost in your hands, the possibilities are unlimited. It's gotta be the ghost.
Catch all the action of America's premier summer collegiate softball and baseball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. Purchase tickets to a game near you. Get the latest news and stats on your favorite team or watch live game coverage. While there, check out the selection of Northwoods League headwear, apparel, and more for the sports fan in your life. All proceeds support the Northwoods League Foundation. Visit northwoodsleague.com. Your home for the Northwoods League.
Here's your food.
Thank you.
Hey, your food's right here. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too.
Food's here.
Food's here.
Best pizza in town. Food's here. We're here. Quick Trip.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by The Grind, the official coffee of the Northwoods League. Look for The Grind in select ballpark team stores and online on the shop menu on team websites. A portion of the proceeds for each bag sold will go to benefit the Northwoods League Foundation. First pitch from Marhefke here to start his fourth inning of work is that knuckleball once more. Just misses the zone on Solis. Lined out to end inning number 4. He'll take that fastball down at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. The strength here for Marhefke, he hasn't done a whole lot to get behind in counts early.
That's something he's done all season, Joey.
1-1. Fastball in there for strike 2. 88. That's got to be the fastest pitch we've seen from Marhefke today.
And by the way, the only time he has had trouble, when he led off the second with a hit by pitch and a walk.
1-2 delivery. There's that fastball popped up. Manella and Helms ranging over, and Manella makes the catch. Both had a chance at it, but Manella calls it off late and makes the catch. They'll share some words and take solace with the fact they got the out.
They don't always got to be pretty in the playoffs. These are outs you need to have, though, especially against such a powerful hitter like Solis. 2 good things happened there. 1, you get the out. Number 2, both players are okay. Neither of them are shaken up. That communication will be something, though, to reset on and understand that those are the things you have to have correct in the postseason.
First pitch to Tom Rodriguez. There's the fastball, 89 from Marhefke. He's starting to tee up the velocity. Missed the zone, though, that time. 1-0 the count on Rodriguez. He was the one that got hit by pitch to start the second, and now that one down in front, 87. Marhefke's been trying to work that fastball in. He was able to find success against Solis, but now he's behind 2-0. Feels like one of the first times today. 2-0 delivery, and the knuckleball in there for strike 1. Wausau with just the 1 hit here through 3 1/3. It came from Noah Malone in the top frame. This one grounded over to Lancaster. He backs over, throws on time. Manella gets the tag. Timing was there, just wasn't on line, but Manella able to recover.
That's something Green Bay's done so well this year. They've made plays like this, and even though they could be a problem, their instincts. I mean, Joey, this team has played with their instincts ever since Memorial Day. That's what's gotten them into the playoffs. 2 ugly outs in the 4th, but they're outs.
Now 2 gone here for Braden Mazzacano. Pitch runs outside. I don't know if you caught Helms trying to frame that in just a half second inside, but 1-0 still the count. Marhefke working fast and delivers the fastball there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mazzacano reached on a walk. He was stranded at second to end the second. He goes opposite way with this one. Delamata has it sized up. He's underneath it. 3 up, 3 down once again. 4 1-hit innings for Steve Marhefke. Lancaster, Delamata, and DiCarado due up when we come back on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Welcome to the Mint Cafe, where fun, friends, and good times are had. Stop in for a bite to eat and leave more than satisfied. After finishing your meal, don't forget to try a slice of pie. The Mint Cafe is located on the 400 block in Wausau, Wisconsin. The Mint Cafe, serving Wausau since 1888.
Stay connected with America's premier summer collegiate baseball and softball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. Support the Northwoods League Foundation with a purchase from our online store. Get the latest news and stats, or join over 1 million fans at the ballpark. Just select your favorite team, find the game you want to see, then hand-pick your tickets and print your tickets at home. For tickets 24 hours a day, visit northwoodsleague.com. Your home for the Northwoods League.
When it comes to winning internet, TDS is in a league of our own. Just like the Green Bay Packers, Wisconsin born and bred, we live, work, play, hire, and get involved in the communities we serve. Like delivering the green and gold standard of internet. 100% fiber internet that's as fast, powerful, and reliable as your other hometown favorite, the Packers. TDS, internet that's built Wisconsin strong.
Hokies have walked it off an 8.
A diving catch, my goodness!
The Northwoods League is proud to partner with the authentic Stadium Mustard this season. For over 50 years, Stadium Mustard has been offered at stadiums, ballparks, and arenas coast to coast, and the Green Bay Rockers are proud to be serving Stadium Mustard here at Capital Credit Union Park. Loved by millions, Stadium Mustard as Lancaster first pitch swing over the head of Lucina. Jump throw, overthrown, and Lancaster will head to second at least as it's in the seats. Oh, goodness, you can't have that. Lacine had it in his glove on the chopper and tried to go with the extra flare.
Well, Rodriguez tried to make the catch there, but that's sometimes we've seen pitchers make their plays count when the pressure's on. That time, Lacine almost overdoing it right there in a spot where you're just trying to get that first out. That play looks really cool if you make it. But an opening for Green Bay, bottom of the order again, Joey.
And you also have the stolen base leader for Green Bay. Abandoned into second. He's out! Just as we were talking about Zage's propensity, what's the word there?
Propensity?
Propensity is the word I'm looking for. To steal, he gets picked off.
How about Lacine redeeming himself about 10 seconds after the arrow? Berkland's done that a lot at shortstop this year, by the way. The back picks to second.
First pitch to Delamata outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And how about Wausau here? The last couple of innings, they have found themselves out of some dangerous situations with Richie Lacine on the mound. Trying to keep this one a 3-run game. Delamata swinging away at that one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Berkland has put his stamp on this game defensively. The double play to get out of the third, that pickoff move there, which I'm sure he was the one that directed, showing his experience in the postseason.
1-1 to Delamata. He lifts this one out to left. Mazzacano back at the wall. He's going to watch it fly. Jeremy Delamata detonates for a solo blast. It's 4-0 Green Bay. Well, you'd feel a lot better if Lancaster was still standing at second, but you're all right with that one. Vibes still high on Green Bay's side of things.
He's going to touch home to make sure, and why wouldn't he? An absolute missile out to left field. 2 home runs from Green Bay over the farthest part of the ballpark, and now there is some discrepancy here on if he touched home.
They're appealing down to third base. There's no call. Solis talking to the home plate umpire. And that is all. And you see Josh Merrill chatting with Jeremy Stuber. Manolo Alejandro, it didn't say anything different from safe or out. It was just play on. It's 4-0 Green Bay. 3 home runs for Green Bay in 4 innings of play. We talked about their power, the additions of power in the second half. Manello, one of them, had the triple. Delamata, he came in here late in the season, about 2 weeks to go, for this very reason, to find some pop at the bottom of the order. Colin Helms has been doing it well here down the stretch. And then on top of it, Zage Lancaster, the contact guy, getting his third of the season. 2-0 here on Stefan DiCarado, and he watches down and away at 88 from Lacine. And there's been a couple of 3-0 counts here from Richie Lacine. .3-0 once more on the way. It's right down Broadway. Strike one at 85. .3-1, swing and a miss. And Lacine doing a good job of bouncing back. We've seen at-bat by at-bat, pitch by pitch, inning by inning. He can find himself in some tough situations, but he's done well to make things competitive. And every pitch, the 3-2 on the way, is downstairs and another walk. Third issued by Lacine. And the lineup turns back over for Eric Gian, one away in the inning.
Earlier today, we were talking about Josh Merrill needing more out of the bottom three of his order. How about this? The bottom three hitters, 3 hits, and they've reached base collectively 5 times. The first 6 hitters for Green Bay have reached base a collective 5 times and have 3 hits. And that just sets up the guys that you've been depending on all year, like Gian, like Helms, like Selga, and makes innings so much tougher for opposing pitchers.
Third time through the order for Green Bay. Eric Gian takes 78 for ball 1 up high. He's 1 for 2, singled his last time up to drive in Jeremy Delamata. They're going to check down at DiCarado. He's back in safely. You got a current Ivy Leaguer on the base path, so you got a former Ivy Leaguer at the plate. IQ is high for this Green Bay bunch. 1-0 to Gian. Lines this one down the left side of the infield again, and it'll get through. That's the spot that Eric Gian's liked. He's 2 for 3 now.
The vibes are about as good as they possibly could be for Green Bay right now, Joey. They knew that this day was coming. They knew that they were going to be playing in the playoffs. And they have shown up as if they were ready for it all season long. And now you've got some big bats in Helms and Selga, and one swing here could really put Green Bay in cruise control.
Then again, one ground ball could get Wausau out of the inning. First pitch runs on the inside part of the plate, 0-1 at 81 from Lacine. Helms typically is the first pitch taker. Obviously, he delivered on a massive first pitch swinging home run in the first. But he is a guy that he will be patient unless you give him a mistake. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 run in for Green Bay here in the 4th. DiCarado on second, Gian at first. Lacine delivers that one down and in and finds himself behind 2-1.
Running out of space to put him right now. And with each passing pitch in this frame, it feels like Green Bay are settling in more and more.
2-1 delivery. Helms rolls this one over to the right side of the infield. They will just go to first to get Helms. Everyone else advances 90 feet. And 2 gone, but 2 runners in scoring position.
Move the runners. That's what you need to do right there. That's a pitch that Helms likes. Just went off the underside of the bat. You know what? You'll take a couple ground outs after your home run, and that's Helms just having to go back to the dugout, come in with a different approach, and get back to the sweet spot like he did in the first.
Here's Eli Selga with 2 away. He's 0 for 2 to this point. But 2 runners in scoring position. He lines this one the right side. A diving snag by Dom Rodriguez, and he steps on the bag himself to retire the side. Green Bay's had their chances to take this one even further, but they'll have to be content with a 4-0 lead as we head to the 5th on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you can tell people that, you know, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Catch all the action of America's premier summer collegiate baseball and softball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. No one covers summer ball like the Northwoods League. This season, access more than 800 games live and on demand from your TV, desktop, or mobile device with the new Northwoods League Plus app. Watch your favorite team or follow top players from across the country. For more information, visit northwoodsleague.com. Your home for the Northwoods League.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Introducing the Cloud AI with Red Alloy Plus, engineered with aerospace-grade alloy for ultimate durability and razor-thin precision. Generative AI technology meticulously fine-tunes every 1/8 inch of the bat, pushing the boundaries of performance. The optimized mid-load swing weight delivers speed and extends the sweet spot, all in a seamless one-piece construction designed for peak power. The RevGrip premium material offers unmatched tack and cushion. Artificial intelligence, real results.
Steve Marhefke threw 4 innings of shutout ball. He's only given up 1 hit, and he will approach here in the 5th facing the 7, 8, 9 spot of the Wausau order. Matt, we've kind of talked about this all season. For Wausau to win, the bottom part of their order has to be successful. You talked about how Green Bay's been able to do it today, but the top of this order for Wausau has been so deadly throughout the season, and to give way to turn things over, the bottom has to put runners on for them.
They do, right? And those lead into big innings. And when Wausau beats Green Bay in their 5 wins this year, they've had big innings where they'll score 3 or 4, maybe more in a frame.
1-1, swing and a miss down the well at 87 from Marhefke. This has probably been the most effective we've seen Steve Marhefke's fastball this season.
And you couple that in with the knuckleball. Hard to hit anything he throws.
1-2 is outside at 87.
You got to remember, Marhefke has not allowed an earned run in his last 14 innings pitched. Not a run, period. That's how good he's been.
2-2, this one laced. Lancaster's going to watch it fall in Bermuda Triangle for a base hit to lead things off. First leadoff hit of the game, the first hit for Wausau since the top of the first. There's that bottom of the order production that Wausau needs.
Sometimes you just need a bloop single to get the offense going. Wausau now this season has 698 hits, more than any other team. The plate discipline is great, but you need big swings, especially in the playoffs.
Knowlton squares to bunt, and it's in there for strike 1 at 85.
Well, that would show you some intent maybe from Wausau. Just a mindset of getting on the board, maybe laying one down here to force a Green Bay mistake.
Marhefke checks over at first. Now focuses back at the plate. Pitch clock at 5. He steps and delivers this one line down the left field line, but it'll hook foul. Just short of the wall, and it's 0-2. Knowlton turned on that one. He's able to keep that one just a bit back in his stance. Wausau could be cutting this Green Bay lead in half as we speak. Instead, it's 0-2 against Knowlton. This one, a chopper back to Marhefke, into the glove, throws on to second, gets one, on to 3, is not in time. And now David Bayanea down at second.
Looks like he took a hit there as Josh Arquette was sliding into the bag.
He gives a thumbs up. He seems to be all right. He'll try to walk it off. Josh Merrill out to chat. And Bayanea as tough as they come.
It's going to take a lot for anybody in the postseason to come out, but especially with a guy like David Bayanea, who has been here more than most of the Rockers players this summer and has had such a huge impact. This summer has had a major impact on David's career after his year at Central Arizona College and put himself in a really good position.
57th game of the season for David Bayanea. He very rarely takes a day off. And towards the end of the regular season there were talks. David, we're looking for a day off here in the lineup. He said, no, I want to play. And it's going to be hard to take him out of the lineup in a game like this. 1-0 here on Paul Nutzel. We talked about it earlier. Bayanea's taken a few foul balls off his own feet. He's been in some pain, but it's going to be hard again to get him out. Whether he's out in the field, whether he's at the plate, he's here to play.
Also go back to Marhefke there. What a great throw to second base. Normally the pitcher would go to first there, but they almost turned two.
2-0. Nutzel lines this one down the right field line. It'll get down in left of the foul line. Selga gathers in right, and a double here for Paul Nutzel. Puts two runners in scoring position here in the bottom of this lineup. And it turns over to Jake Birkeland with two runners in scoring position.
Well, you said it best, Joey. In the playoffs, it's the most unlikeliest of players to make an impact. That is Paul Nutzel's second hit of the season and his first extra base hit of the game. Didn't get a ton of contact on there, but placed it beautifully. You said it at the beginning of the inning. Bottom of the order, setting up the top. Can Wausau cash in?
Chucks looking for their first run of the game. The knuckleball runs outside, and it is 1-0 on Birkeland. He's 0 for 2 with two ground outs. But all intents and purposes, he's been effective out of the 9 spot. Feels like a similar situation here. This one grounded down to Gian. He'll hold the runners there. Throw on to first is in time. That's the one place you didn't want to ground out. 2 away.
Marhefke had retired 9 in a row, Joey, coming into this frame. And then faced pressure, just like he did in the second inning. 2 on and only 1 out. And he gets a ground out of Jake Birkeland. Hard hit ball, but this Green Bay defense is strong. And now it's going to come down to Smith Johnson here. And in this start for Marhefke, this feels like a massive leverage point. He could open the door back up for Wausau or shut it down right now.
You get the quality start here with 1 more out. A grounder down to Lancaster through traffic. Throw on to first in time. 2 ground outs on back-to-back pitches. 5 shutout innings for Steve Marhefke against this Wausau lineup. Bottom of the 5th when we come back on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Stay connected and up to date with the free Northwoods League mobile app. Avoid the lines and buy tickets to any Northwoods League games anytime, day or night. Subscribe for free and watch games live from anywhere all season long. Get the latest news and stats on top collegiate players from across the country or personalize it with your favorite team. Either way, we got you covered. The Northwoods League mobile app is free and available on the App Store or Google Play.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Enjoy a stress-free buying experience at Bergstrom Chevrolet. Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin, all with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day lowest price protection and money-back guarantees. Choose a vehicle that's in stock, reserve one that's on the way, or order one just the way you want it. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 team. Hurry in today or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
The 1-2. Swung on, floated, shallow right. That one, another diving catch. Carly Oliver. These Nightmares are putting on a clinic.
It's an atmosphere not like you're used to in college. It's a lot less pressure. You can really just meet friends, meet people that you're going to love forever, and just soaking up the moment, enjoying the game. It has been so amazing. Everyone has been so nice and friendly, and just making friendships and finding mentors that I'm going to run to for the rest of my life for sure. It was unexpected, and it was such a big blessing.
Back here in the bottom of the 5th, it's 4-0 Green Bay. After Steve Marhefke out of a jam, still working a shutout here. And Joe Manella set to lead things off. First pitch to him, a swing and a miss on the breaking ball. And that's what we've talked about, and he's been so good at it in his first 2 at-bats. Patient at-bats. Manella first pitch swinging there at the curveball. 0-1, pops this one up the right side. Plenty of room for Rodriguez to get over and make the catch. Just about to allude to Manella and how he has found the habits of good at-bats, a triple and a walk, and now a 2-pitch pop-out.
Yeah, a better start for this 5th inning for Lacine after the error that started out the 4th. This ran in on his hands, and he got him to pop up. Good first out. But along with that, I think if you would have told Josh Merrill at the beginning of this game, in the mid-wed point, that they would have this lead, he'd be delighted.
Bayanea sends this one into the gap in left center. Smith Johnson's there to cut it off. Bayanea's going to try for 2. He's going to be in there safely as the ball gets away. From Arquette covering the bag, and a double for Bayanea, his first pitch of the day.
How about the production for Green Bay's offense being spread all around? 9 hits for the Rockers for 6 different batters combining for those 9 hits. And how about 5 extra base hits against the Woodchucks? You're going to score runs when you find doubles, triples, home runs.
Here's Max Humphrey. He's grounded out twice. But 1 out with David Bayanea standing on second. Humphrey at 236, those 7 home runs, still part of the team lead. 0-1, he squares the bunt, drops it down beautifully. Lacine has to come in, make the play, throw on to first, is in time, 2 outs, but another runner 90 feet away. Gave himself a chance. And puts another runner on third for Green Bay.
Not surprised there that he went bunt after what happened with Lacine back in the 4th when he had some trouble fielding that little chopper. Sage Lancaster, we've talked about his offensive production. Can he build on that right here?
He's reached in his last 2 plate appearances. The first pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Had him bending at the knees a bit. And Sage is behind. Had the homer in the 2nd, reached on that error that you just alluded to lead off the 3rd. Excuse me, the 4th. 0-1, Lancaster watches that one run inside, and a ball and a strike on him.
In a lot of spots today with 2 outs and runners in scoring position where Wausau's defense has made really good plays. The diving stop from Rodriguez, really the big one in the 4th.
1-1, Lancaster off the end of the bat. This one sprayed right field. That'll get down. Bayanea will score. Lancaster with the single, his 2nd hit of the day. Green Bay extends the lead out to 5 here in the 5th.
Joey, we could be seeing a playoff star in the making for Green Bay. Sage went long for his first hit, that home run That time, a very simple hit out to the right side. And those hits, Lancaster's hit right there, Gion's hit back in the second. That is winning baseball right now from the Rockers.
And now here's Jeremy Delamata, who launched a home run back in the fourth, just his last at-bat, and fouls off the first pitch. A bit of a stinger there. And seems to be all right. Manolo Alejandro checking on the mound, or excuse me, the plate.
Now 4 hits for the bottom 3 of Green Bay's order. 2 home runs, one of them from Delamata.
And they'll check on Lancaster there. It'll pick him off back in the third. That was, excuse me, the fourth once more. That was the only thing that kept that Delamata home run from not being a 2-run homer. We'll see if that extra run might come back to help Wausau when all is said and done here. But now Delamata with another chance with Lancaster aboard as he starts to take his lead off of first. 1-1 from Lacine, and Delamata sees it down at 77. More action down in that Wausau bullpen. And also an arm down throwing for Green Bay. That is Nate Ross down for Wausau, and it's Ethan Alexander down for Green Bay. Delamata swings away, left side of the infield again, through the 5-6 hole. Back-to-back singles for Green Bay. 3-for-3 start for Jeremy Delamata. And if there was ever a spot for Delamata to come through and start producing for this offense, it is now. He came in with just 5 hits in 8 games. Now he's 3-for-3.
Well, the question coming into these playoffs for Josh Merrill's side was, could the offense provide enough to help Green Bay's pitching, which has been superb all season? A resounding yes in Game 1 for the Rockers.
DiCarado pops this one up into shallow left center. Berkland ranging back on Smith. Johnson calls for it and makes the catch to retire the side. Back-to-back singles don't come back to hurt Wausau too much. Just a 1-run inning, but it's 5-0, and Wausau going to need to produce here in the 6th when we come back on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Oh no!
Got it!
Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours. You got it. Festival Foods. Happy to help.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
I mean, I had a great manager in Donnie Scott. I had great team members. I had a great host family. That year was really formative from who I have become as a baseball player. Yeah, really helpful.
Opportunity abounds with a 72-game season, 35-man roster, strict pitching guidelines, and live television coverage seen by top major league scouts.
Yeah, if you're coming out of in college and looking for summer league, the Northwoods League really does. They have the talent and they have the schedule that really pushes you. You're playing on like a minor league schedule, so it gives you the taste of professional baseball. Plus, it gives you those extra games. It gives you the opportunity to continue to get better, and that's what everybody in college is looking to do.
The Northwoods League is the ultimate collegiate summer baseball experience.
And caught at the fence. What a play by Braden.
Back here in the top of the 6th, and Green Bay sending out their ace once again. It is Steve Marhefke through 5 shutout innings, just gave up 2 hits in the 5th. And he faces Noah Malone, the usual leadoff batter for these Woodchucks. So gets a chance here at the start of the order. Malone looks to drop down a bunt, but unable to make contact behind 0-1. Marhefke fires again, and Malone fouls it back quickly behind 0-2.
And it's going to be interesting to see. Malone likely will be in the heart of the order in these playoffs for Wausau. How does he change his approach after hitting leadoff so long this summer?
0-2 from Marhefke, down in the dirt at 83.
Joey, so remarkable to think that Noah Malone hit under 200 as a freshman at Loyola Marymount and then just came out on the scene in Wausau and exploded offensively.
Sends this one to straightaway center. Humphrey back at the warning track for it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Malone, since his first hit of the game for Wausau, a strikeout and a flyout.
Well, you think about it now, you're starting to look at the scoreboard, you're starting to look at the innings. Wausau's running out of time if they want to win game 1 here.
Here's Max Solis. He takes that one down. Recently announced he's going back to Kansas for next season. He takes that one inside. And for Solis, he's had a phenomenal summer in the Northwoods League, and he gets a chance to go back to the school that he was at last season.
Holds the career record in Wausau for home runs, breaking one Paul DeYoung's record, and career record in RBIs, over 100.
2-1 down and away, and Solis works himself ahead into a hitter's count. If there's a spot that you want to start to get away at this Green Bay pitching staff, it's right now at the heart of this order. 3-1 delivery, popped up. But it's Manella calling for it, excuse me, and he drops. Big sigh of relief for Wausau as Marhefke got Solis to pop up on a 3-1 count. Manella unable to make the play.
Maybe the window opening for Wausau there. Good thing that Solis ran this out. On the final day yesterday, he didn't run out a play similar to this one with a foul ball that ended up squibbing into fair territory. At the end of the day, can Wausau use that and build off of that? This is an important leverage point for Marhefke.
First time Solis is aboard, and Dom Rodriguez also without a hit to this point, but he did reach and was out on the fielder's choice in the second on the hit by pitch. 1-0, popped back, and a 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Now here in the 6th.
What have we learned about Marhefke today? Better than almost every single Northwoods League pitcher at getting into trouble a little bit, but he's found his way out every single time.
1-1, and Rodriguez takes inside on that edge at 83, a ball and 2 strikes. Well, certainly for Marhefke, it's not a far drive from Neenah, just about 45 minutes or so, down 41. It's to represent here in the northeast part of the state. Rodriguez swings away, but it'll fishtail into the seats, and we'll see 1-2 once more.
That's what's difficult about facing Dom Rodriguez is if you try to throw a breaking ball, even if it's really low out of the zone, he can reach down there and make contact. Not just contact, but good contact.
Marhefke peers over at Solis, now to the plate, and a second hit by pitch. Rodriguez draws another one, and now a 2-strike hit by pitch could have the Chucks in business.
Well, good work there from Rodriguez. He kind of had the elbow out right there on the top left side. And in a playoff game like this, when you have this lead, you got to be careful, Joey. And I think Josh Merrill knows that right now. That's why he's making his way to the mound here in the top of the 6th.
And typically when it is Merrill coming to the mound, he is coming to make a pitching change. And he's having a conversation with Marhefke. The entire infield coming in. And he's going to leave him in there. You saw the handshake. I don't know if you could see the exchange of the ball, but it's just one conversation. It hasn't necessarily been the hits that have gotten Marhefke in trouble to this point. It has been the error in this inning and then a 2-strike hit by pitch. He'll face Braden Mazzacano, 0 for 1 to this point. With 1 away, 1 ground ball. Could be the difference here. Can Marhefke induce it and can his defense back him up? Or does Wausau start to come alive here in the 6th? It's always a sleeping giant with this bunch. They can unload in a heartbeat. Mazzacano swings away. This one could be playable. Helms and Gian after it, but it gets into the seats. Strike number 2. We see Ethan Alexander still warming down in the pen. We saw him back last inning while the Chucks were getting loose in the bullpen. That is Alexander. Another late addition here to this bullpen. But Marhefke trying to finish off the 6th. 0-2 runs outside, and it's 1-2 at 82.
Would not be surprised, just going back to the mound visit, if Marhefke shook off Josh Merrill and said, no, I'm staying in. And when you've got a pitcher of his caliber, as a coach, you listen to him.
1-2, line down for Manella, and it's through the legs into right. Solis around third, and he's going to score. 2 errors at first by Joe Manella. Puts a run on the board for the Chucks.
Wow. That's all you could say. That's a tough play to make. Sometimes in the playoffs, you got to remember simple, simple, simple. But credit Mazzacano for making strong contact there and putting Manella under pressure. Now Arquette, he has a home run in this ballpark, Joey. Everything could change on one swing.
Arquette pops this one up to left. Lancaster's back there to try and make the sliding grab, but it falls. And would have been an out, but you would think with the difficulty of that play, Rodriguez could be tagging to get into 90 feet away into third.
Well, if you're Wausau now, you start thinking, put the ball in play. This is the first time today that Green Bay hasn't kept things as tight as they normally did. So now you're trying to force Green Bay onto the back foot.
0-1 on Arquette after that foul ball that falls harmlessly to the turf. And now 74 from Marhefke, down and away. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Delivery from Marhefke at the fastball is in there for strike 2.
Joey, this Green Bay team, just to say, their motto this year, gritty. This is where it shows.
Pitch clock at 5. Marhefke delivers down and away, and it gets away. Everyone's going to move up 90 feet. Well, it could have been 1 ground ball to get out of the inning. Now you have a 2-2 count and 2 runners in scoring position. Arquette reaches on that open base. Tying run comes to the plate.
Marhefke's gotten himself out of so much trouble. Not just today, but all season. How many tricks does he have up his sleeve here?
2-2 is grounded the other way. That'll get by Baiania. The sliding play. Manella not covering first. Throw to the plate. He'll have runners at the corners. Rodriguez comes in to score. And now the tying run is aboard. Rather, the tying run comes to the plate, and that will do it for Steve Marhefke. A phenomenal start, but just got away with a couple of errors in this sixth. And now Josh Merrill will go to his bullpen to try and nail down this sixth.
When there was nobody on and one out here, Joey, you thought to yourself, Wausau's running out of time. You see it so many times in the playoffs. One routine play, the pop-up, opened the door, and suddenly Wausau's offense clicked.
Not just the first hit of the inning, but the second run scored. And now it'll go to Ethan Alexander. He typically does follow Marhefke out of the pen. He is much more known to bring the velocity. So he gets warm now. This Wausau dugout starts to get a little more confident by the batter. Started off with Noah Malone. Now 4 in a row have reached. And again, it's going to come down to the bottom of the order here. Knowlton and Nutzel. And Marhefke done after 5 1/3. Now with the 2 errors, I don't believe that the runners on board would be charged to him.
Well, they all are unearned at this point for Marhefke. Excited to see what Alexander does. He's a third-year Northwoods League pitcher, Joey. 2 years with Waterloo before he came to Green Bay, and if I'm not mistaken, this is his first postseason appearance. He knows Wausau better than most. He's pitched against them multiple times over the last couple weeks, and he's really shown a lot of success, in my opinion. Pitched against them back on Thursday, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and I think that factored into Josh Merrill's decision to have him be the first guy out of the pen.
Well, he'll face off against Zach Knowlton, reached on the fielder's choice and was stranded at third back in the 5th. Runners at the corners. Double play ball could be in effect, but let's see if the runners start to move. First pitch, down and in. 1-0 on Knowlton. Alexander just trying to find his command here to start. 1-0 right down the middle. And Knowlton takes it for strike 1. Again, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on, 2 already in the inning here in the 6th. 1-1 outside. Helms had to slide over to catch that one. And Alexander finds himself behind. He's the guy that'll work with the fastball. Try to blow it past you. The 2-1 on the way. Grounder down to Manella. He'll throw home. The throw, the tag. He's going to be safe. Manella tried to save the run and doesn't get an out. And the inning continues to roll on for the Chucks.
This is playoff baseball. Bang, bang, play. What a slide from Braden Mazzacano. I don't fault Manella trying to make that play at that point, because if you do, then you've still got the double play to get you out of the inning. Now Nutzel. Alexander should have the advantage in this matchup with his fastball.
Lefty on righty, but that one down and away at 86. 3 runs in the inning. And the tying runs are aboard. The go-ahead here in the form of Paul Nutzel. had the double in the 5th. 1-0 in there for strike one. 90 from Alexander, the fastest pitch by a Green Bay pitcher today. Alexander tries to finish it off. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Blew it past him that time with the breaking ball. Wasn't on time with it. This would be a huge out, and Alexander in a pitcher's count.
I think fastball at the top of the zone, best option here.
1-2 from Alexander is outside. Just missed the outside part of the plate. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Don't fault him going breaker there. He just saw Nutzel wave through his breaker and be way late.
Tried to locate on the outside part of the plate. Unable to find it. 2-2. Grounder down to Manella. He'll step on the bag and get out number 2, but now the tying runs are in scoring position. And the lineup turns back over.
Well, let me set the stage. Back last year in the playoffs, game 1 for Wausau at Madison, Jake Birkeland hit his first ever home run in his career. He knows what the big moment is like. He knows how to come through in moments like this. Massive leverage point.
First pitch from Alexander is down for ball 1. You got Arquette on third, Knowlton at second. They'll be ready to go on contact. 2 away in the 6th. 3 runs have been scored already. 2 errors in the inning. 1-0. Down to the knees, strike 1.
Remember the free base, but play the percentages. Birkeland has a lower batting average than the man on deck, Smith Johnson.
1-1, skips away. That one rolls, and it's going to score another run. Coming in to potentially score for a moment there. Knowlton thought about it, but he'll park at third. 2 balls and 1 strike, and now the Wausau faithful have made the trip east on 29. Starting to come alive down the first base line.
4 runs on 1 hit.
2-1 from Alexander, chopped foul. And Alexander just a strike away from getting out of it. But suddenly the 5-0 lead for Green Bay close to vanishing. Two-two delivery. Grounder down to Manella. Makes the catch. He'll throw on to Alexander. He is out. Keeps Green Bay in the lead. Joe Manella with the redemption play. It's 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Whoa.
Can you feel it?
Huh? Feel what?
The power.
I think so.
Hey, who are you talking to?
No one.
Bet you can't hit that building over there in right field.
What? That's like 500 feet.
Electrify your swing.
Okay.
The #1 2-piece composite in the marketplace. Electrify your swing. Icon, the electric unicorn by Rawlings.
At Cellcom, we live, work, and play right here in Wisconsin. That's why we use our wireless technology to help protect this place we call home. From collecting and sharing data on the health of local waterways, to strengthening our fish populations and monitoring bird migrations, we're a wireless provider who shares a passion for wanting to make a difference. Giving back to this place we love. That's technology with a heartbeat.
Time is given away the punt. What a grab by Serena Timmer. In contact. Left side diving effort. What a catch.
the winning run, the Honeybees have walked it off the bench and over the fence. That's going to be a home run for Shayna Bistro.
Oh no!
Got it.
Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
Are you a baseball or softball coach? One-way coach to catcher communication is brand new to the game, and the Northwoods League has proudly partnered with the Headset app to be their preferred coach to catcher communication solution. Try it out with your team today using hardware you already own. Download the Headset app from your app store and try it free for 5 days. We see action down in the Wausau bullpen. There's Nate Ross, who was getting warm earlier, but Richie Lacine still on the mound. Had some trouble in the 5th. Another run scoring under his watch, but now he can have a little bit of sigh of relief. Just a one-run game, but trying to keep it that here, the top of the order.
This is where Green Bay needs to make sure that they reset. Do not let what happened in the field last inning translate to what they've done at the plate, because they've been really good today.
1-1 to Gian, skips way out in front. 2 balls and 1 strike. For the Rockers, 5 runs on 11 hits on 1 Wausau error. For the Chucks, 4 runs, 4 hits on 2 Green Bay errors. Two-one from Lacine. Gian swings away right field, but that is hooking foul. You very rarely see Gian go oppo. That was one that he had the distance on it, just a tad behind, and he falls into a 2-strike count here to lead things off here in the 6th.
Such a strong swing. Shown it both ways today. After pulling so many hits today, sending one the opposite way right there. Just missed it.
Lacine comes set and delivers the 2-2. Gian watches that one way up high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The good news for Lacine, all balls count the same, all strikes count the same. Just needs to find one pitch here. Three-two on the way. Is down, and Gian draws the walk here to lead off the 6th. He's reached base 3 times now, and that'll do it for Richie Lacine, all most likely, as we see Ross start to make his way in from the bullpen.
Lacine did what Wausau needed him to do. He kept this game close. Yes, he gave up some spot runs in the 4th and the 5th, and that's because Green Bay's power has been on point all day. But there were multiple times in the 3rd and the 4th where this game could have gotten away from Wausau. It could have been 7-0, 8-0 at a time. And now, but he did just enough to give Wausau an opportunity to try to complete this comeback. A very interesting decision by Corey Thompson, and I'll tell you why, Joey. Nate Ross really struggled against Wisconsin, or against Green Bay, the last time that he pitched. I mean, multiple guys had home runs against Ross when he pitched here back on Thursday, and the Rockers won 10-5. And so this is sort of a revenge game for Ross, making his 9th appearance of the season. The numbers from Thursday: 1 inning, 4 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts.
You're also hoping that you get the appearance you had against them at home. You had 2 innings of no hit ball, just the 1 walk and the 1 strikeout, but he was able to retire all 6 that he faced. This a big situation here, 1-run game after your offense was able to manufacture some run support in what had been a shutout. Colin Helms and Eli Selga, two lefty bats that we've already seen Helms in this game go opposite field to open the scoring. You have Selga, who's come up in the clutch. He's sharing in the team lead in home runs. But both of them have grounded out in their last two at-bats.
I think the reason why I mentioned those Thursday numbers when Green Bay got after Nate Ross is the Rockers have operated so much this summer on their confidence. And when they're confident, they're hard to stop. And so I think for Green Bay, seeing a guy like this on the mound, that could give them all the confidence in the world to take back control of this game, especially with left-handed hitters up and the short porch and right.
Well, here is Helms. He just hit his 5th home run of the season in the first. And he comes on with a runner on and Eric Gian. First pitch from Ross. Runs on the inside part of the plate at 91, 0-1.
More fast, sometimes fast. Lacine faster, Ross fastest. The velocity has ticked up as Wausau's made change after change in the pen.
0-1, and Helms watches it outside. Saw one in for a strike, saw one out for a ball. Be curious if you do try to run Helms inside. That's something that a lefty bat can turn on right-handed pitching with. 1-1 down in the dirt. Helms was thinking about it, but it dropped out on him at 84, and he's quickly behind 1-2.
Well, that's where that pitch needs to be, right? If you're going to run it inside on him, you better throw it out of the zone and make it tough to make contact on.
Gian leads off of first, and they'll throw back in on him. He's in safely.
Two-strike approach, trying to push across a run. With nobody out in the frame, you may see Gian run.
Takes his lead once more, not too far off of first base. 1-2 to Helms, runs way inside, and he backs off of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. And Helms watches it down and away, and the count is run full.
The Rockers have not struck out once today, Joey. You want to know why they've scored and found ways to get on base? Their plate discipline has been excellent.
Trying to find it here on the payoff pitch. 3-2, skips down. Gian was off and running, but another walk here to lead off the 6th. 3 passes here by Wausau pitching. Has Green Bay with 2 runners on and no one out.
Now you got the Woodchucks killer, Eli Selga. Boy, how good has he been against the Woodchucks this season. Hitting over 400 against Wausau. But 0 for 3 today.
2 runners on for Eli Selga, and Ross steps off. Pitch clock starting to run down, and Gian taking his lead. Helms off of first, Gian off of second. First pitch to Selga, skips down, and Solis keeps in front of him. Ross just 7 pitches into this outing. And he's got a dicey situation here after your offense just put up 4 runs to make this a 1-run game. You don't want to let Green Bay back into it. Selga takes inside again. You'd like to think the momentum is still all on Wausau's side. But Green Bay in a strong scenario here. 2-0. Runs outside, another 3-0 count. Breaking ball there from Ross at 83.
Manella on deck. Hit a home run against Ross back on Thursday.
Ross shakes off one sign, has another. He steps off, throws to second where Birkland was covering. Gian back in time. And back to the plate for 3-0. Pitch clock down to 5. 3-0 on the way. Selga unloads. Back to right. At the wall. It is out of here. 3-0 swinging. And Eli Selga puts the Rockers back up 4.
You know that swing means more to Eli Selga than any other player.
He's him, he says. And now he stands alone as the home run leader for this Green Bay squad.
What guts, too. Playing on instinct like we said Green Bay does. Playing on confidence like we said Green Bay does. And it pays off.
First pitch to Manella. He takes on the outside edge for strike 1. Now here for Manella. Obviously a tough top frame out in the field. And you saw his frustrations as he was coming into the dugout. We talked about it in his first 2 at-bats. Stay patient at the plate. Don't let your frustrations carry over into an at-bat to take an unwise swing. 1-1 the count on the way to Manella. Skips down in front. 2 balls and 1 strike.
You said earlier in this inning that the momentum was with Wausau. Not sure it is anymore. They've got it all to do again after that Selga swing.
Two 2-1 to Manella. He swings through that one at 82. Off speed from Ross. And Manella in a 2-strike count. Ross has his sign, comes set. Base is empty here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2. Manella watches it down away, another full count. Ross has been in a 3-ball count on every batter he's faced. He's got another one here on Joe Manella. The 3-2 is a called strike 3 down at the knees.
And don't blame Manella for not swinging there. You haven't struck out. Nobody on the team has struck out today. But a nice pitch from Ross. Good frame by Solis. And maybe that just calms things down for Wausau. The good news with the Woodchucks behind now, best offense in the Northwoods League. Makes comebacks a little easier.
Bainea off the end of the bat. Birkland is there to haul it in with 2 hands. And 1 pitch, 2 outs. And now quickly after the 3-run home run, Ross, like you mentioned, starting to calm things down. Worked weak contact there on Bainea. That's the spot he likes to go, but just didn't have the pacing on it. Humphrey fouls it off. 0-1.
Starting to find the zone a little more. And Green Bay will swing when they see pitches they like. But also I think Ross knows little margin for error. Wausau's already got another arm working.
0-1. Runs in the inside part of the plate. It's 0-2. Middle part of this order. It really has been hot and cold at times, but these are the three bats that you typically trust to find their way on base. 0-2 to Humphrey is down and away. We've talked about the bottom of the order for this Green Bay bunch. One-two from Ross. Swing and a miss. Down goes Humphrey. And Nate Ross, after giving up the 3-run home run, retires the next 3 in order, including the first 2 punch-outs of the day for Wausau. Smith Johnson, Malone, Solis due up when we come back on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Before Max Scherzer, Chris Sale, or Pete Alonso ever took the field in Major League Baseball, they were taking the field as players in the Northwoods League. Every year, more than 90 Northwoods League players are drafted by Major League Baseball teams. The Northwoods League is the largest organized baseball league in the world. The major leaguers of tomorrow are playing baseball in the Northwoods League today. Get your tickets and gear online, then visit a Northwoods League ballpark near you.
I'm Shannon with Security Limpke Roofing, and we want to do your next roof. So be one of the next 7.5 callers to 920 Roofing, and I'm going to save you 61%, and I'll throw in a free toaster.
Sorry about that. We aired that back in 2017, and unfortunately, there's roofing companies out there still running gimmicks like this. That's not us. Security Limpke Roofing is Wisconsin's oldest roofing company. When you're looking for a quality, local, trusted contractor without all the phony deals, give us a call.
You know, call 920 Roofing.
My host families, who I still stay in touch with to this day. Had a great time there. Enjoyed my time playing with the Mashers. Definitely different than I could have ever expected, but definitely enjoyed the time here.
Honestly, one of the best summers I've ever had. I got to stay with a great host family that I still see a couple times a year now, and honestly, it was the perfect introduction into professional baseball.
The 2025 Northwoods League softball season is officially complete. Congratulations to league champion Madison Nightmares and to all of our softball teams who had an outstanding summer offering the premier summer collegiate softball experience. Find out more at northwoodsleague.com and follow us on Instagram and X at NWL Softball. A stoppage there. There's Eli Selga, the reason that this is a 4-run game once more. But the dangerous part of the Wausau lineup at the plate, as if there is anything that's not dangerous, Matt Clark.
Yeah, what a great 6th inning. I mean, that's everything that playoff baseball was about. Wausau straight back into it, and then Eli Selga with one of the biggest swings of Green Bay's season.
0-2 on Smith Johnson, as he's watched 2 strikes go by here from Alexander. SJ 0 for 3 today, but trying to find his way aboard to ignite another rally. 0-2 on the way. A grounder down to Biania. He's got it. Looks it in. Throws on to first in time. And the speed of Christian Smith Johnson not enough that time.
Always a tough play here, right? Because of Smith Johnson's ridiculous speed. 2nd in the league in stolen bases this year with 54. That's 3rd in Northwoods League history for a player in a single season.
You know, I talk about the summer of Chandler Simpson back in 2021. I remember that here at Capital Credit Union Park and seeing that campaign that he put across in 21. I get the sense we could be talking about Christian Smith Johnson in the same breath in a couple of years that baseball fans know Chandler Simpson for. And he soared down low, appeal down to first. He went. Noah Malone goes fishing downstairs, and he's behind 0-2.
Green Bay started to get control back of this game the moment Ethan Alexander got control.
0-2 to Malone. It is off the plate and down. Tried to paint the corner, just was not quite there from Alexander at 87. One, two, a swing and a miss. Down goes Malone on 86 downstairs. Second strikeout of the day for Noah Malone.
I have loved how Green Bay has used a bit of inexperience at the plate, but confident hitting, and paired that with veteran pitching. Marhefke first, and then Ethan Alexander. These guys have done it in this league before, and it's worked to Josh Merrill's advantage.
First pitch runs inside on Max Solis. Still looking for his first hit, but he scored on a run in the sixth where Joe Manella had the error. Alexander finds himself behind 2-0. 2 outs here in the seventh. Wausau's got 7 to work with to try and put 4 more on the board at least. Solis takes down to the knees, 2-1 at 90.
That's the kind of pitch that is so tough for Solis to swing on. If you can get it towards the bottom of the zone and catch a corner, you're in good shape.
2-1. Chopper down to Gian. Steps in on, throws across the diamond in time. 1, 2, 3. Down go the Chucks. 7, 8, 9. 2 up for Green Bay after we stretch things out here at Capital Credit Union Park. We'll be back on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
It's your favorite place to unwind. It's a gathering place for your family and friends. It's outdoor living with style. Considering a new deck? Call Integrity Decking Company. Our team will help you create a beautiful, free deck design. We use the industry's best maintenance-free composite boards, made in Wisconsin for Wisconsin's extreme weather. No more painting, staining, or waterproofing ever. Now is your last chance to save 75% off labor. So don't miss this limited time offer. Go to idcdecking.com today to schedule your free deck design.
You have to be dedicated to playing in Northwoods League.
More than 350 Northwoods League alumni have been drafted in the last 5 years, and nearly 140 have made their Major League Baseball debut in that time.
You know, they play the games and it's serious. You know, I mean, you're looking at maybe an opportunity to be a professional athlete in baseball. So that's what the Northwoods League's all about, the opportunity to shine.
This is Northwoods League Baseball.
Miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The Northwoods League Foundation is enriching the quality of life for families with an enduring and caring focus on the communities it serves through direct donations and proceeds from the Northwoods League online store. The Northwoods League Foundation is harnessing a unique passion for summer collegiate baseball and softball to invest in communities so everyone benefits from the wide-ranging experience offered by the great games of baseball and softball. Visit northwoodsleague.com/foundation and share your passion for the games we love.
Here in the bottom of the seventh, Green Bay leading this one by 4, trying to find some insurance with 6 outs to work with. It is still Nate Ross on the mound as he fires down and away to Zage Lancaster. We talked about this every time the bottom of the order has come up. What a turn here for Green Bay that you have the bottom of this order producing. 2 hits from Lancaster, 3 from Delamata, who's due up, and now Lancaster's seeing some in the dirt, trying to find himself on board for the 4th time today.
And right now, if the bottom of the order could produce like they have today, it's the Rockers pulling away.
2-0 out in front, and Solis picks it, but it's 3-0. The Rockers up 8-4, 12-4 in the hits department. 3-0 from Ross. He is down at the knees for strike one at 89. And Ross starting to fight his way back in this at-bat. But, Matt, it kind of feels like Green Bay is kind of giving Wausau a taste of their own medicine. That one down for strike two. Lancaster hasn't swung at a pitch yet. But now it's 3-2. Payoff pitch from Ross is in the other's batter's box, and there's Sage Lancaster's walk.
Out comes Corey Thompson again. Can't blame him to try to go to the bullpen again today, especially when you have to look at things and say, if you keep it here, you still got a chance with just 6 outs to work with. Will be Tanner Goswick.
And Goswick, strong numbers in 6 appearances, a 3.38 ERA, 7 strikeouts. He's a guy that he will come in and get you down on strikes.
Goswick has been underratedly good this year. He actually has the lowest whip out of any Woodchucks pitcher, and opposing hitters only hit 111 against him this summer. So this is the kind of guy that you're looking for Wausau to hold this deficit where it's at right now.
He could be asked to potentially get the last 6 outs here for Wausau. You know, again, playoff pitching, you just put your 4th pitcher into the game. And Goswick will enter the game.
I think it's a good chance here, Joey, to take a look at the rest of the playoffs and what's going on around the league. You see it on the bottom of your screen, obviously, with our scoreboard updates. The game has just gone final in Kalamazoo. Game 1 of the Great Lakes East Divisional Series. Traverse City 6, Kalamazoo 1. The Pittsburghers got on the Growlers early in that game. They picked up 17 hits on their way to the win. And now Traverse City will go back home only needing to win one of their 2 games in order to move on to the Great Lakes East Divisional Championship. How does that impact these 2 teams? Well, whoever wins this series, if Traverse City wins over in the East, they'd be traveling to Traverse City, Michigan for the Great Lakes Championship.
And that's a similar path what Green Bay had in 2023. They had to go to Traverse City, return back west, and go to St. Cloud en route to their championship. Of course, played 4 games, won all 4. Were able to take down the Mallards in a sweep. Rockers trying to find deja vu from 2 years ago. Delamata takes the first pitch from Goswick up and in.
There's so little room for error in the Northwoods League playoffs, but every swing is so crucial. I feel like that Eli Selga home run is the first of maybe many moments for the Rockers.
Lancaster going to go down into second. The ball gets away, and Lancaster not thinking about taking third. I don't think he knew where the ball was.
No, he didn't.
And he stays put at second, perhaps smart. Either way.
Joey, that's the advantage of Lancaster's speed, right? Because anytime he gets on base, which he's done so well today, you can move him up to second and move him over for guys like Delamata and DiCorrado, who have also produced.
Delamata 3 for 3, 2 singles and a home run. Lancaster leads the 1-1. Delamata just underneath that one at 91. Fouls it straight back. Had it timed, just not the barrel. Lancaster dancing over at second. The 1-2 to the plate, and Delamata is fouled back again. Out in front, able to send it back into the netting, and we'll see 1-2 once more.
You know, Green Bay has done a good job of this all season, spoiling off 2-strike pitches. I mean, the reason why they're up 8 right now is because of the walks they've taken. They took 2 walks before Selga's big 3-run home run.
1-2, Delamata fouls it off once more. 90 that time from Ross.
That's what makes this team so good, Joey. They hit .251 as a team. That's towards the bottom of the league. But they don't strike out much. And because they fall off so many pitches, they put opposing pitchers into fatigue.
1-2, there's the strikeout. Goswick able to blow it past him that time with the off speed. He'd seen the fastball, was out in front of that one at 84.
Love that, though, from Delamata. You saw it on the side of your screen. He swings and misses here. Tough break, right? But immediately going back to his teammates and telling them what they should be thinking, what he saw at the plate, being the first person to face Goswick.
Now here's Steph DiCarado, hitless to this point. But he has drawn a walk, and a couple of flyouts could move Lancaster up depending on how far it gets in the outfield. That one outside on DiCarado. Could be a big spot to get all 4 of those runs back from the top of the 6th. Lancaster dances again, but he is back in time. Avoids the pickoff where he was retired in the 4th.
He's learned his lesson, Joey.
Not going to play with his food too much. 1-0. DiCarado sends this one to right. Malone calls it off. Lancaster looking to tag. He will go. Throw from Malone. Cut off. Throw to third is not in time. He's safe. Brings up the top of the order in Eric Gian.
Joey barely missed that. Stefan DiCarado, probably the unlikeliest of home run hitters. Off the bat, thought that one was gone, but the speed again working from Lancaster, and this is where you need Gian the most. He already did this in the 2nd inning, had a runner on third, 2 outs, base hit left side. Best possible hitter, in my opinion, at the plate for Green Bay to help them get an insurance run.
Starts the 5th time through the order here in the 7th. They find a 2-out rally once more. First pitch runs inside at 82 for strike 1. Goswick inherits the runner in Lancaster. He's retired the last 2. A 1 delivery, and Gian backs off of that one at 90 again. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. One chopper back foul, and Goswick a strike away from getting out of it, going into the 8th.
Told you at the beginning of his appearance, an underrated bullpen arm for Wausau. And this, Joey, is his final summer of collegiate baseball. He's out of eligibility after this. So almost pitching for his career in a spot.
Trying to retire 1-2-3 out of the pen. The 1-2 to Gian is just fouled off. Just got a piece at 84. One more pitch. Next pitch for Goswick will be his 13th. You got to think he'd come out for the 8th as well. How efficient he's been, especially if he's able to find the 3rd out here. Goswick comes set. The 1-2 to Gian, runs on the inside part, just misses. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on 3rd for Green Bay.
Joey, Gian struck out about once every 2 games this summer. That's really good. He does not go down much at the plate. Looking to put it in play.
2-2. Grounder up the middle, off of Goswick. He's going to get to it, throws onto first in time. The run does not score, and Goswick retires all 3 that he faces. Wausau to the plate with Rodriguez, Mazzacano, and Arquette when we come back in the 8th on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
With the Ghost in your hands, the possibilities are unlimited. It's gotta be the Ghost.
Catch all the action of America's premier summer collegiate softball and baseball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. Purchase tickets to a game near you. Get the latest news and stats on your favorite team or watch live game coverage. While there, check out the selection of Northwoods League headwear, apparel, and more for the sports fan in your life. All proceeds support the Northwoods League Foundation. Visit northwoodsleague.com. Your home for the Northwoods League.
Here's your food.
Thank you.
Hey, your food's right here. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too.
Food's here.
Food's here.
Finally. Best pizza.
Food's here. We're here. Quick Trip.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by The Grind, the official coffee of the Northwoods League. Look for The Grind in select ballpark team stores and online under the shop menu on team websites. A portion of the proceeds for each bag sold will go to benefit the Northwoods League Foundation. Hey, look at the shot there of Lambeau Field. It's Titletown. Of course, Green Bay's in the playoffs.
Looking for another title to put out on that outfield wall. You see the 2023 champions, and oh my goodness, what's that again? Another hit by pitch on Dom Rodriguez, his 3rd. That is all 3 times that he's reached today.
My goodness, no other woodchuck has been hit today. What are the odds? There's no way it's intentional. It's a playoff game. You're up 4.
It's the same pitch. It's just that inside run, the same side run that's come back in and hit Rodriguez in the same spot every time, right on the elbow guard. And a leadoff runner here for Wausau. 1-0 on Mazzacano. Alexander trying to work another inning, but he finds this one outside. 2 balls, no strikes at 87. Mazzacano's reached twice. No hits to this point. He is 0 for 2. That one at the knees at 87. Alexander's starting to take some things off, and there is Drew Aguiar starting to get warm for Green Bay. If you're Josh Merrill, you hope that Alexander can at least get an out or 2 in this inning. Mazzacano fouls it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As I was mentioning, you got to hope, if you're Josh Merrill, you don't want to put Aguiar out there for 2 innings. That's kind of been his limit this season. We saw him throw 2 innings as a starter but ended up being sidelined with an injury, was removed from that start, and now back in the bullpen. 2-2 to Mazzacano, a roller back to Manella, and he will apply the tag on Mazzacano. Rodriguez moves up into scoring position, but one out here in the 8th.
Love the way Manella has recovered at first base, right? This is a simple play, and he's keeping it simple. Mazzacano backing up, but of course can't go back home. So smart fielding and smart tag from Manella.
Now here's Josh Arquette. He's had 2 singles and could come through in another big spot here. There's that fastball from Alexander at 89. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. For Arquette, you've mentioned he's had some big moments here in Green Bay. Down and away, 1-1.
Yeah, and the point on Alexander, the good news is even if Aguiar came in now, that's a guy who has an advantage that many closers in this league do not have. He can go back-to-back days, or he can go on just 1 day of rest. That could be huge for Green Bay in this series.
1-1. Missed. And it's 2-1. 87 that time from Alexander. Rodriguez leads off of second. 2-1 delivery, a swing and a miss. Foul tip. Strike nonetheless.
Well, now your time's really running out. This is the same part of the order, though, Joey, that got Wausau back in this game in the 6th. Arquette had an RBI single then.
He's got a runner in scoring position. 2-2, Arquette grounds this one down to Lancaster. It will advance the runner. Throw on to Manella in time. 2 outs in the inning. Rodriguez takes his leadoff hit by pitch and moves all the way up to third for Zach Knowlton. 0 for 3 with a pair of fielder's choices.
Good work from Lancaster. He recognizes the score here. 1 run does not hurt you, especially with a reliable guy like Drew Aguiar coming out of the bullpen, potentially in the 9th.
Alexander delivers the first pitch down to the knees. What a fun playoff game this has been at Capital Credit Union Park. That one in there for strike 2. Alexander starting to fill it up down in the well. Does he go down there once more on Knowlton? 0-2, he does, but just misses down and away with it. At bat, inning. Rally stays alive here for a moment. One, two. Swing and a miss! Ethan Alexander retires the last 3 of the 8th. Keeps us a 4-run game. Last chance for insurance for Green Bay when we come back on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you can tell people that, you know, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Catch all the action of America's premier summer collegiate baseball and softball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. No one covers summer ball like the Northwoods League. This season, access more than 800 games live and on demand from your TV, desktop, or mobile device with the new Northwoods League Plus app. Watch your favorite team or follow top players from across the country. For more information, visit northwoodsleague.com. Your home for the Northwoods League.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Introducing the Cloud AI with Red Alloy Plus, engineered with aerospace-grade alloy for ultimate durability and razor-thin precision. Generative AI technology meticulously fine-tunes every 1/8 inch of the bat, pushing the boundaries of performance. The optimized mid-load swing weight delivers speed and extends the sweet spot, all in a seamless one-piece construction designed for peak power. The RevGrip premium material offers unmatched tack and cushion. Artificial intelligence, real results.
Last chance for insurance here in the 8th for Green Bay, and it's Colin Helms at the plate. Just one hit on the day, but that one hit was the reason that Green Bay got on the board first. He'll try to get an insurance run started here as he lines this one to right. Noah Malone after it diving, he lets it fall, but it gets past him and right. Helms gonna try for second. The throw from Malone, 3 steps ahead of him. What a throw by Noah Malone and what a recovery.
An underrated part of Malone's game is his fielding, and he makes up for what was initially going to be potentially an error on him. That's one with Helms where you just got to tip your cap, because initially you see that ball get passed and you think it's rolling all the way to the wall. So you assume you can get towards second base.
This is an outfield, depending on the dimensions, where singles can turn into triples, doubles can turn into singles, singles could turn into home runs. You just don't know what's going to happen here at Capital Credit Union Park. Any given bounce can change the outcome of a game. And that one bounces in Wausau's favor. They haven't gotten too many bounces today. And oh, that got in on the home plate umpire. And he seems to be holding his hand.
Yeah, his right hand was where it hit, Joey. The one he calls the balls and strikes on. And it looks like he's okay. Wow.
And with that, they'll take a meeting on the mound. 1-1 on Eli Selga.
Hanging tough here, Manolo Alejandro. And you got to remember, these umpires have worked so hard this season to be selected for the Northwoods League playoffs. A big congratulations to Mr. Alejandro and the rest of this crew that has earned their way here into the playoffs. And they don't want to stop, just like these teams.
1-1 to Selga outside. He takes another. Selga just one hit today. It was the home run that gave Green Bay 3 more runs back in the 6th. He lines this one down to Rodriguez into the glove, and that is the third 3 unassisted that Eli Selga's put on the ground today. And quickly, 2 gone.
You know, when you look at this game from a bird's eye view, Joey, Green Bay's getting through this game, and they've only had to use 2 pitchers, and they've kept most of their bullpen out. And heading into Wausau, that's just what Josh Merrill needed. If they could hold on, it's going to be tough to beat them in twice with the pitching staff they have.
Manella lines this one over the head of Jake Berkland. It'll roll into center. Manella will be held at first. Second hit of the day for Joe Manella. Keeps the inning alive for David Bayanea. We've seen Berkland make that play a couple times this season, just out of his reach. And now David Bayanea trying to find another 2-out rally. That one runs inside. Ball 1 on 90 from Goswick. Bayanea 1 for 3 today. Walked in the 3rd. And also had a double and scored in the 5th. Runner goes, swing and a miss, a foul tip, and no throw down on Manella. They'll be comfortable with taking the second strike on Baiania and finishing this one at the plate.
Not sure if Solis could have made a throw there anyways because of the fact that he caught that baseball. Almost at that point, you don't want to catch a foul tip.
Oh, 2 to Baiania. Swing and a miss downstairs. Tanner Goswick out of the bullpen has done what he's been asked to do. He's gotten the 6 outs, and now Wausau gets 9-1-2, and they got to get 4 runs in 3 outs. We'll step aside, be right back for the conclusion of this one on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Welcome to the Mint Cafe, where fun, friends, and good times are had. Stop in for a bite to eat and leave more than satisfied. After finishing your meal, don't forget to try a slice of pie. The Mint Cafe is located on the 400 block in Wausau, Wisconsin. The Mint Cafe, serving Wausau since 1888.
Stay connected with America's premier summer collegiate baseball and softball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. Support the Northwoods League Foundation with a purchase from our online store. Get the latest news and stats, or join over 1 million fans at the ballpark. Just select your favorite team, find the game you want to see, then hand-pick your tickets and print your tickets at home. For tickets 24 hours a day, visit northwoodsleague.com. Your home for the Northwoods League.
When it comes to winning internet, TDS is in a league of our own. Just like the Green Bay Packers, Wisconsin born and bred, we live, work, play, hire, and get involved in the communities we serve. Like delivering the green and gold standard of internet. 100% fiber internet that's as fast, powerful, and reliable as your other hometown favorite, the Packers. TDS, internet that's built Wisconsin strong.
Honeybees have walked it off in 8.
A diving catch, my goodness!
Top of the 9th inning. That is what has gotten us to this point. It's 8-4 Green Bay. 14 hits for the Rockers. And now Drew Aguiar, not a save situation just yet, but they will call upon him to get the last 3 outs of this one. He has been the strong point of this Rockers bullpen since day one. And he'll start things off against the 9 spot and Paul Nutzel. The first pitch runs down the inside part of the plate at 90 for strike 1. Green Bay's done more than they've needed to at the plate to put this game in Aguiar's hands. A swing and a miss on 91 from Drew. It's 0-2.
We're talking out of the break as well, Joey. What a job Ethan Alexander did. Retired 8 of the 9 he faced, no hits allowed to keep the lead.
0-2 runs outside, and 92 that time. Didn't have the command, and Nutzel lives to see another pitch. Struck out to end the second in his first plate appearance. That one, a swing and a miss. Fooled him with the curveball, and he swings at 77, first out.
You want to set the tone? Perfect way to do it right there. Couple fastballs to get Nutzel's timing off, and this, I mean, perfect. Have to swing. I don't think Nutzel wanted to, but you have to swing at that pitch. It's strike 3 either way.
It would have been a strike on the outside edge. As Matt, you just alluded to, at top of the lineup, it's Jake Birkeland. He takes strike 1 at 91. Birkeland 0 for 4 with 4 ground outs. 0-1 on the way. This one a grounder down to Gian. Into the glove. Throw across to Manella in time. Out number 2. And now, last chance here in game 1. It's Christian Smith-Johnson. Hey, if there's a string of 4 batters you want, based on how this season has gone for Wausau, these are the 4 you want at the plate. It has to start with 1 base runner. Can Christian Smith-Johnson do it? He's 0 for 4. He is the last opportunity here in game 1. Aguiar asking for a new baseball. Aguiar comes set. Curveball. In there, called strike 1 at 75, right at the knees. Capital Credit Union Park starting to come to life. 0-1, foul down the left field side, and it's 0-2. Drew Aguiar trying to send things down 1-2-3. The 0-2 pitch fouled off. And SJ lives to see another pitch.
Joey, when we think about this game, we're going to remember one swing. Eli Selga. How big was that?
Now it's Aguiar trying to finish it off. The 0-2 on the way, fouled, and Helms couldn't hang on to the foul tip. Another foul ball from Smith-Johnson, 3 in a row, keeps the at-bat alive. You've got Malone on deck, Max Solis in the hole behind him, Dom Rodriguez, the spot behind that in a 4-run ball game. 0-2 once again from Aguiar. A swing and a miss. Gets to the backstop. Helms throws on to first. In time, the Rockers take game 1 over the Wausau Woodchucks. And now they're 1 win away from the Great Lakes Championship. What a performance in what could be the final game here at Capital Credit Union Park this season. That'll do it for our coverage here from Ashwaubenon. For our camera crew, our production crew, Matt Clark, my broadcast partner, thank you so much for tuning in to this presentation of Northwoods League Baseball. Joey Bonanna signing off from Capital Credit Union Park. This has been a presentation of the Northwoods League Sports Network.